how's it going, guys? It's been wow, I think it's been what, 3 weeks? I think it's been 3 weeks since I actually like went. Oh Jesus, that's a little bit loud. Since I went live. Isn't that crazy? Hi guys, hello, how's it going? I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. It feels like it's been forever, and I haven't streamed in ages. That's what it really feels like. Genuinely, I haven't streamed in a while. So I hope you guys have been doing well. We got a lot to talk about. I haven't been live since before TwitchCon. So I haven't been live like all month, which is crazy. Because TwitchCon was like the beginning of October. I also haven't shaved. I've been stressed as hell. Sorry about this scruff. But I'm also like so tired from Battleship, and I'm also really tired from boxing too. I told you this is like what's going to be happening. There's like a lot of things going on, and so it's like. And so it's like all at once just happening now. So that's like what's happening here. And we're doing it. So basically what I want to do is I just want to chat with you guys for like a bit here. And then we'll move on and do some content stuff if I can. Because yeah, we got some cool stuff going on. So I want to talk to you guys about TwitchCon. I want to talk to you guys about the Battleship stream, which was crazy. And then I also want to talk to you guys about, and then after that, I'll talk to you guys about boxing, because I'm doing that too. And then, we'll do Pokemon, but it's like a pay-to-win mobile game. Seriously, it's like that's what we're doing today. We'll see if I even get to the Pokemon part, because I'm already like, I'm still kind of like bleh. I'm getting used to like the whole streaming thing again, because I had COVID. But we'll get to that in a bit. I had about three years. No, it was 2 years, 2.5 years without it, and then unfortunately I nabbed it. Like right after TwitchCon. So one of you fuckers. One of you fuckers gave me COVID, but we'll deal with it. So, anyways, TwitchCon. Should we start with TwitchCon? Because it's wow. I haven't even done like a recap for that. Or you know what? I'll ask you guys this, even though I probably don't want the answer. But would you like stories, or would you like me to just get into Pokemon? Because we could do that. In case you guys want it, I can tell the stories like some other time, but I think the story, it's rewind. Okay, we'll do the stories. All right, the stories it is. But yeah, we'll start with TwitchCon. Because I didn't have the chance to go live after TwitchCon, specifically because like I got COVID. I got COVID. That's what happened. I was planning on going live the day after TwitchCon. Then I had a little thing in my throat, and I was like, oh, I'm like feeling a little like weird here. So I was like, all right, it's fine, it's whatever. Next day, I have a fever of 102. I have a fever of 102 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm like coughing up my lung. Almost like puking, and I'm like, no, it's not COVID, I swear, because I tested negative the first day. I test positive the second, and it's the blackest line you've ever seen in your entire life. Like it's like I had like double COVID. I had like COVID 20. It was like the worst thing, but I'm glad that I got my vaccine, because without that, I feel like I genuinely would have been hospitalized. That's how bad it was. So if I didn't have my vaccine, it could have been a lot worse. So I'm like super, super happy about that. Get your Fauci ouchies. Oh my God. So that was why I didn't go live after that. But TwitchCon itself was a ton of fun. I had an absolute blast going to TwitchCon. And the days were packed because not only did I want to, like, meet you guys, but I had, like, a bajillion meetings. And some of those meetings were for Battleship, which we can talk about in a second. But I went into TwitchCon being like, this is going to be so much fun, and I'm going to see a ton of people. But I also knew that I was going to be busy as hell. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to like stay in one place for too long. Guess who I'm sitting next to right now? Oh no, Abby, I saw your message. Should I say it live? I got your message. It's what living in LA is like. Yeah, she's right next to Bo Burnham. She managed to go to the same place as Bo Burnham is, and she's like right next to him. Literally, as she's like talking in stream right now. Harmjan, Navy Teal, Navy, thanks for the 16 months and being one of my mods. Key plays, Lengths, Flat Rising. Oh my god, thanks for the tier 2. I am feeling better. Yurchenko, Volcaeus, Lavis, Odyssey, the only Sub-Zero, Lil Metallica. M, thanks for the 22. I've not gotten better at skee-ball. Mads, Ferryboat, Air Rider, Ozgoz, Maximum Weenie, Suspicious Move. Lauren, thanks for the 33 months. Meep, thanks for the 3. PointCrow, Linkus Forever. Thanks for the gifted sub. Toothless, Shermdar, Boba, Ichiroa, Bree, Miss Kira, Jordan. Jordan, Step on It. How to Summon a Lemon. So many subs. Jesus Christ. Manga Attack. Adrexine. Cracked Antagonist. Thanks for the subs. So, yeah. So basically, I get into TwitchCon, and we're staying at like a hotel, like off the block. But before that, let me tell you guys about this. So I don't know if you guys know, like, are aware of like how TwitchCon works, but there's like a caste system. It's a legitimate like imperial caste system of like determining a person's worth based on their badges. It's like credentials. So there's yeah, you're literally labeled because you got a little badge. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so you get a badge, right? You get a badge. This is Abby's, and it just says your name on the badge. It just says your name on the badge right here, right? Is this a sticker she got? Yeah. Okay, cool. This is your name, and it says like partner, right, on the bottom. So if you're like a staff member, it'll be black and says staff. If you're an affiliate, it's blue. It says affiliate. And then I think like if you're like a person that doesn't stream, you're like known as like community or something, or like just event. And so like you can look at like somebody's like badge and like just like determine. It's like a little like pop-up like Sims sort of thing. Determine like what they do, just like at a glance, and they're like made up like username, as it were, right? So so you have that, right? So you have your regular thing. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a partner. Sure, I'll go to TwitchCon. So I was just expecting like /PointCrow and like partner at the bottom. But then, I talked to my partner manager and everything with Twitch, and they're like, oh hey, we want to give you a meet and greet. And I was like real nervous, and we'll get back to this later, right? I was really nervous about the meet and greet. Because I was like, nobody's going to go. I was like, I'm going to go to TwitchCon, and nobody's going to know who I am, who the hell, like, what I'm doing here, or anything. So I was like, I don't know about having, like, a meet and greet, because it's going to be, like, an empty line. We'll get back to that later, okay? So I get a meet and greet, so they add a little sticker. It says speaker. I'm like, all right, cool. And then Stans reached out to me, and he's like, hey, PointCrow, do you want to be in Twitch Rivals? Which is a competition that Twitch has, that Twitch had during the event, where it's like an IRL sort of a competition of like Jenga, building paper airplanes, and like charades. It was a lot. It's hard to explain, but we did that. That was my last stream before Battleship. And so I got another badge, right? A little badge right here that said rivals, right? The little V with rivals. And then I get a message from Twitch, and they're like, "Oh, whoa, you're not going to TwitchCon." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "You're actually going to TwitchCon for free." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I was like, "Holy shit!" So not only did I go to, so they gave me like a full ride basically. So I got a little badge saying like you're going to the party or whatever. But they're like, "You're also too important." And I was like, "That's fucking hilarious. How low are you? how deep are you scraping the barrel to get to me?" They're like, "You're super important, by the way. So we're going to give you a VIP badge too." And I'm like fully out there, imposter syndrome of like, what the fuck? like why would I get like a VIP badge? Because, you know, it's like meant for people like Tfue, Nick Merckx, the Dream SMP people, like XQC, and like PointCrow. Like PointCrow there. Like I went to pick up my badge, and I'm like next to It's Timmy, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like clearly no, and like I was like, "How the hell did this happen?" Your average partner badge. Average partner badge looked like this, right? My badge was fucking tatted up of all of these like different like speaker, rivals, VIP, and then the party, and then partner here. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Yeah, it was like a full sleeve just on like the little badges here. So I was like, I can't believe this. And trust me. No, it does not stop there. Guys, you have no idea. You have no idea what happened during TwitchCon, because I haven't told you guys at all. 25 Fruit Bats, thanks for the 4 months. Killer Bunny, thanks for the 9. Cute Salami Goop with the 6. Elite Elise, thanks for the 6. Acelia, thanks for the 16. And Luna Wolf, thanks for the 300 bits. Signoria Steph, thanks for the 2 months. And Vapor Plays, thanks for the 3. Gamma Rays, thanks for the 1 year. Foxy, thanks for the 3 months. And Conops, thanks for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you. And Guilty Nightmare, thanks for the Prime Giver. So, you'll never you'll never believe what actually happened at TwitchCon, because I don't believe it myself. But shout outs to my partner manager, because he's like, "Hey, you're super cool, you're awesome, and all this stuff, and I really believe in you, and I think you're gonna do great things." I ended up getting dinner with him and everything, and I got, trust me, like it's chat. I have to say it like this. I don't have to, sorry, but I will say it like this. My contact with with Twitch, the person who manages, like who's my talent manager, community manager for Twitch, is like the nicest person. like he's like legitimately, like he's like, "I believe that you have ideas that are going to change the game, and I want to help you out in how to do that." He's also like, "Thanks for answering my DMs." He's like, "Other creators don't sometimes. Thanks for doing that." It's the bare minimum. I'll get to that in a second about the bare minimum of being a streamer, but for now, I'll just say like it was just absolute pleasure meeting him. We ended up getting it was Abby and I, and we got dinner with him and everything. Where was this going? Oh shoot. Oh yeah. But he actually ended up getting me into this meeting with the Twitch executives. So like the higher ups, like the Twitch executives. I'm talking about like CEO, president, like manager, like general manager, like CEO, like that's like. So I was in a room with them. I'll get to that story in a second, right? Yeah, the CEO and peeps reporting to him. Exactly, yeah. So I'll tell you my story about the meeting. Yeah, Mr. Twitch himself. I'll tell you that story of the meeting in a second, because that happened, I think, the second day. But the first day was a little bit different. So that's like crazy. And let me tell you what getting a VIP in Twitch meant, right? Because this little pink sticker is like gold or something, you know? So we drove from LA to San Diego to TwitchCon because we're like, I don't want to fly. That's expensive, you know? like it's only like a 2-3 hour drive. And so whatever. Turns out everyone else in LA had that same idea going to TwitchCon. And it turned into 4 hours. It was a 4-hour drive all the way down to San Diego. And we needed to pick up our badges because some genius had the idea of having the partner party that night. The night before TwitchCon actually started, they're like, let's have a partner party. And the partner party is a special party with drinks and dinner and all this stuff for reserved just for Twitch partners. Of which there are 70,000, by the way. Now, there's 70,000 Twitch partners. I don't know if you guys knew that stat, but it has exploded in recent times. The Silent Purse, thanks for the 7 months. Owl Warrior, thanks for the 8 months. So, we make it to TwitchCon, and I think you had to pick up your badges at 8 p.m. Like before 8 p.m. And so we get there to TwitchCon at like 7:45. Or like 7:40. We drop off our bags. They actually oversold the hotel, so we have to fight to get Abby is like, all right, Nance, get in the car. Eric, get in the car. Let me at them real quick, right? I don't know what she did, but she managed to throw hands enough to get a hotel room for us because they oversold it and they didn't have any. So it ended up being me, Trey, and Adam sharing one king bed and a pull-out couch, and then Abby and Nance sharing a king bed and pull-out couch. But we stayed there. We stayed there. Me being stupid, Twitch actually also offered a hotel room to me, like on the site, but then I took too long to respond. So then it lapsed. And then we had to find the hotel rooms that we found were like, I think $2,500. Anyways, they oversold it. So we get in the car, we pack in, and we pack in, we get in the car, and we get to the convention center. We drive like five minutes away to the convention center. Nance drops us off, and it's Abby and I, and we're rushing to get our badges. Well, I pick up my badge in a different spot, where that's where I saw it's Timmy and like a couple others. And then we run from that spot to the actual convention center, and we don't make it in time. We don't make it in time. It's 8 p.m. It's actually 7:58 to the dot. 7:58, and they're like, we're not giving away partner badges anymore. Like, you have to come in tomorrow. And we're like, fuck. Like, we wanted to go to the partner party. That's why we left at a certain time to try to make it, so we could like see our friends that we have never seen over the past like 2 to 3 years. And so I have to give a shout out to Jasmine Rice Girl. I don't know if you know who she is, but she is the CEO of Fan House, or the founder of Fan House. I don't know if she's the CEO. But she's the founder of Fan House, Forbes 30 under 30. And it actually insane because we literally we're like, ah, shit, we can't get our badges. We see her there, and we're like, ah, damn it, Jasmine, we're fucked. And she's like, I got you. And we were like, what? So she grabs us, goes to security, and she's like, no, we need to get these guys in. They need to get their badges like ASAP. It's like a risk, security, blah blah. And like, I have my badge, so I'm doing this. I'm like I'm like, yeah, right. And I have no idea how it happened, but there was like a guy that was like all the security guys that we talked to were like, you can't go in. And there was one guy who seemed to be like the chief security guy, sees it, and he's like, you can go in. Another guy comes up, he's like, no, we're not giving badges anymore. And the security guy's like, they're getting their badges. And I was like, Jasmine, I fucking love you. I was like, I owe you big time. You have like a one of. You can ask anything, just anything ever in your life. So we like run into the venue. It's like closed off. We keep flashing my badge because it's the only credentials we have. And we end up making it there. And we're like the last ones in line to get the badges. And then we go to the partner party. So this is like right before we even like get to TwitchCon. This is before TwitchCon starts. And we're already like in a panic. So if that's not like a story to come, if that's not foreshadowing, I don't know what is. So we get to the partner party and we meet like everybody that I've been wanting to meet for ages. Like I met Ultrate. I saw Ted Nivison again. Who else did I see there? Bobby was there. We had Sam, Nandre. I met RT Game there. I met RT Game at the partner party for the first time in person. And I was like, holy shit. The man, the myth, the legend himself looks better even in person. And he was so nice. He was the sweetest man. I love that guy. Man. And I was like, yeah, we should go to the bars later. And he's like, yeah, there's this place by us. It's called the Tipsy Crow. I was like, that's perfect. Like, we'll do that. Spoiler alert, I don't think we saw each other again after that. Which I was like, damn it. Let's see, we saw CJ. There was a lot of people. Hey, what's up, Joe? Thanks for the 15 months. I'm telling my TwitchCon stories, of which I missed you. Joe, I wish you were there. Cersei, thanks for the 7 months. Birds and Bards, thanks for the tier 2 for 8. Bisharp, thanks for the 6. Thunderfox, thanks for the 14. D2, thanks for the Prime Gaming. Thank you. Yeah, Virtual and Maji and J-Nick were there as well. And I confronted J-Nick about the hand tweet because I thought that was hilarious. But I met a lot of people. I'm going to miss people throughout this entire story, but that was the beginning of TwitchCon, right? Yeah, it's like TwitchCon is trying to meet up with people, but like in a Tetris format. Because you're getting DMs, and it was so sweet because I got a lot of people, a lot of other streamers being like, hey, I want to see you. I want to meet you. I want to meet up. And I'm like, yes, I have 10 minutes on Saturday in which I can maybe meet up with you if my meeting doesn't run long or start early. So it was literally like, let me slot you in here. Let me do this. And I just felt really bad. But anyways, let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. There was a lot of things that happened. I got to meet all of my moderators. We had a impromptu meet and greet with the mods and some streamers, like outside the lunch area, because I was getting. Let me put it like this. It is a weird scenario that I found myself in during TwitchCon, and it was like humbling, not humbling. It was crazy because I'm just a guy, right? Like you're just a guy, you're just a girl, you're just a non-binary person, right? Like you're just a person, right? And it's weird to be like, I learned very quickly that if I wanted to get from point A to point B, I could not stop at any point during that, or I would get swarmed. So this ties into the whole meet and greet situation where I was like, no one's gonna know who I am, because what I would do is like if I stopped at a point, it was very sweet. I would get some really cool people coming up and being like, hey, it's so nice to meet you. I'd love a picture, and I would take a picture. I love doing that for you guys, right? But then like people would then see like being like, oh, there's a guy over there. Who is it? And then they would come over. And then they would be like, oh, it's PointCrow. I know him. And then they would want something. And then it would keep happening. It would keep happening. Keep happening. So I was like, I have to like go from point A to point B and I can't stop the entire time. So this impromptu thing with the mods, it was a lot of fun because I got to meet all of my moderators. And I got to say hi to them and a lot of streamers that I haven't seen before. And Yeah. Like Abby was literally like yelling at so many people, being like don't make a line, like stop. It actually became a problem where I was like eating, and we had so many people in that in that area where I was like, I need to leave. Like it was like, and then we had like a meeting afterwards too. But it was very nice. Anyways, I'll talk about like the 3 other things that happened. Yeah, I was just trying to eat my burrito, but it was really cool. So I'll talk about the chat. Do you want? I'll give you guys the option. All right, we have branching story paths now. Okay. Do you guys want to hear about the Twitch executive meeting, of which I think Abby actually has my notes? Do you want to hear about the meet and greet or the bars? Uncle Miss, thanks for the 2 months. I love Debussy. Thanks for the 10 months. Executive meeting? Okay. So, oh, actually, sorry. Before that. So, let me tell you about this. Right before, I'll do the executive meeting. But I have a great thing I almost forgot about. VIP badge. VIP badge right here. Do you know what this gets you? Right? This gets you access to like a lot of different things. Just being like, hey, like I am like apparently they give VIP badges to security risks, where they're like we need like there's like a swarm risk, or a genuine security risk with this streamer or whatever. So we need to give it to them to make sure that they can go into places where they can't get swarmed, where they can get some like privacy, right? So the VIP badge is for that. So you get there's a private partner lounge in TwitchCon. So if you're a Twitch partner, you can go to a lounge that is specifically for partners and only for partners to hang out there. And that's basically so you can like get away, talk to other streamers, and like also just kind of like chill for a bit without like, you know, just literally just like chill. It's like a teacher's lounge. Yeah. It's like a faculty lounge, but for streamers. But there's some streamers that can't go to the partner lounge at all because then you'll get swarmed in the partner lounge. So that's where you get the VIP lounge. And when I say they fucked over partners, I mean it. Dude. The partner lounge. It literally looked like DashCon. Like, you know the DashCon ball pit? That's what the partner lounge looked like in comparison to the VIP lounge. Okay? The very sad, like, it was like an empty sort of area with like, there was like some sponsors there trying to sell you things. There was like a photo booth, some couches, and some like, maybe like enlarged board games that you could play with friends, like outside, right? But that was really it. Guys, the VIP partner lounge had private chefs. I kid you not. They had a bread spread where you, like a toast spread, where you'd have toast and you could spread it. And you had like a taco, like a private chef that made tacos for you. We had arcade games in there. There was like drinks of every single kind you would ever want. Specialized staff members on like waiting on you, and a whole bunch of other things. Like, it was crazy. Like, the difference was nuts. So that's not the only thing though, because I'll get back to that in a second, because we're gonna visit that place in a sec. But the other thing that you get for VIP is that you get access to golf carts. You get access to fucking golf carts. So literally, I DM my partner manager, and I'm like, "Hey, thanks for getting me all these things. Do you want to like vibe in a golf cart for a bit?" Do you I was like, I'm not really a security risk. Like, I'm not really gonna get like swarmed to the point where it's like actually like a risk to my health, or like security or whatever. But like, do you want to take a golf cart just to do it? Just like anyways? And he's like, hell yeah, we'll take a golf cart. So we head over to the like out of the convention center to the other VIP partner lounge. There were two. It was there was another one in a, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the location, but there was another one in a different spot. So we went over there and we asked them, we're like, hey, can you like take us in a golf cart to the convention? And they're like, yeah, sure. So we head down to the golf carts, and it's literally just like 3 golf carts in a row. Nobody's using them, and we don't get to use the golf carts ourselves. We have chaperones. We have golf like personalized golf cart drivers for us. And so I step into the golf cart, and I look, and we're not going, and I was like, oh, okay, like I guess we're waiting for somebody. So I look behind, and there's a whole entourage of like surrounding somebody behind me. It was me and my partner manager. And like we're sitting in the golf cart, we look around, and there's like another person coming by with like a whole bunch of like their team, I guess, around them. So we're like, all right, cool. They get there's the streamer and their manager pop into the back seat of the golf cart, and we turn around, and it's Dream. It's Dream. So I was like, oh shit, damn, this is cool. So it's me, my partner manager Dream, and his manager, and we're all heading to the convention center together. So me, obviously knowing Dream, and everybody else in the world knowing Dream now with his face and everything, I was like, oh, cool. So I turned around, I'm like, hey, I'm Eric, or PointCrow, it's nice to meet you. And he didn't introduce himself, I think for obvious reasons. And I was like, I think you're, and my partner manager made fun of me about this because I didn't want to be like, hey, Dream, it's nice to meet you, right? I felt that was a little weird. But what I said was probably a little bit weirder because I was like, you're Dream, right? Like, I think you're Dream. Like an idiot. I was like, oh, I'm gonna presume I don't exactly know what he looks like, as if like 2 million people weren't live looking at his fucking face, right? So I was like, oh, you're like just trying to be like chill about it. So I was like, oh, you're Dream, right? And like, we have different mindsets on like, streaming and other things, but I was like, I respect you as a person who has built their brand. Oh, fuck it, I'll introduce myself. So I was like, hey. He's like, oh, cool. I was like, how you liking TwitchCon? He was like, oh, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people, and it's really cool to see everybody with the face reveal and all that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. And then that was it. That was the whole conversation. And I just didn't like, yeah. So we just went along, and I started talking to my partner manager, and I was like, yeah, this is really cool. This is a lot of fun. And then I started like subtly being like, yeah, when I did that one, when I did that one really cool stream where I like exploded a watermelon live in front of my viewers, that was hilarious. Also, like a little subtly, but it wasn't like as like hey, guess what? It wasn't meant as a low key flex. It didn't start that way. Okay, it didn't start that way. But it like ended up that way because he asked about like some things, and I was like, oh yeah, like that one thing, like when I blew up the car and then also held the world record for the largest elephant toothpaste experiment. That was really cool, wasn't it, partner manager? So it turned out to be like a low key flex, okay? But it didn't start that way. It didn't start that way. Anyways, we get out of the golf cart once we're on site, and then we get into the elevator after going through security, and he had his own private security and manager and stuff, so they like refused to get into the elevator with us for security reasons. I don't know. I wasn't about to go stab Dream. Like that's not what I do, but I understood it because I was like, that's. It's a security risk to get in a private enclosed elevator with somebody you don't know. So I was like, whatever. Anyways, so we get there and everything, and I get to the partner lounge, and it's like me, right? So you guys know me. I'm just like a guy. I'm just a guy who does weird things, and that's really it. And so I walk into the partner lounge, and it's like XQC, it's Tyler 1, it's Dream, George Not Found, Sapnap, Carl Jacobs, and they're like all getting food and sitting at this like the giant table in the middle of the VIP partner lounge. And I'm like, I get there and I'm like it reminded me of like a high school lunch like cafeteria. Seriously, no, like genuinely, seriously. Where I walk in and I like get my food because they were serving, it's private chef food. Of course you fucking get it, right? And then I don't know anybody there, right? Like I know of them, right? But I've never like talked to them. And all of my friends don't have fucking VIP, partner, badges or anything. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then I take my food. And I like go to there's like a little table in the corner of the VIP partner lounge, and I like sit down with like my made taco there, and just alone. And I was like, oh wow, I have so many notifications on my phone. That's just like I have so many notifications. Like there's just too many. I don't even know. How many notifications? That's crazy. Let me just answer all my DMs. And so I was like eating and everything, just like off to the side. Yeah, it's lonely it's lonely at the top, being a top streamer like I am. Jesus Christ, though. But like it genuinely reminds me of like high school. So yeah, that's kind of like the VIP partner lounge and me meeting Dream and all. Anyways, so the next day, let me tell you about the executive meeting, because I had in case you weren't here for the intro of it, I somehow got hooked up and was invited to this meeting with like Emmett Shear and the CEO, like he is the CEO, and all of the higher ups of Twitch. To talk about things. They wanted to sit down and be like, tell us your issues, and we will address them and answer any questions you have about anything. And this was the next day. So I go back to the VIP partner lounge, right? Same shit happened. Same fucking shit happens, right? Like there's like Hassan talking to I forget who. There's like XQC's there. There's Tyler 1 again. And just like a whole bunch of people. I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. So I grab my taco again. I kid you not. It's same taco, right? And I go to a different table. But luckily I knew somebody. I knew somebody in the VIP partner lounge. And it was Bruce Green. And I like walk up to him and I'm meeting him for the first time. And I'm like, hey, this is like wild. All the classic, TwitchCon stuff. And I was like, hey, it's like cool to meet you finally. And he was super nice. He was super cool. Because he was like, thank you so much. He did the subathon timer that I had with the random the random additions to the clock and all that. He asked me and I gave it to him because he wanted to do one as well. So he was like, dude, this was a great idea. I loved doing it on my stream. It was so fun. And I was like, no, I mean, thanks to you. Like I know you and Abby's like a huge fan and all this stuff. Oh, fuck. Oh, speaking of Abby, hi.
I live here.
Hi, how's it going? How was meeting Bo Burnham?
He was in like a meeting with people, so I didn't want to like interrupt. But I literally walked up and I like looked and I like did a double take of like, oh, that guy looks just like Bo Burnham. And then he was talking and I was like, is Bo Burnham?
Is Bo Burnham?
It was very cool.
Yeah,
I wanted to go up, but I didn't. I would never ever like. I don't like going up to people, even like Twitch people, I'm like, I don't want to bother anybody. And I don't want to interrupt or like say anything. Especially Bo Burnham. Imagine if I went up and said something and I was like, oh, I love your stuff. And he was like, yeah, fuck you. I would like throw myself into traffic. Like I wouldn't know what to, like, I don't know how to compliment him. Because if you're like, oh, I love your stuff. He's like, yeah, it's all really depressing. Like it's about, you know, all this like terrible things that are happening in the world. Like, I'm glad you like it. I'd be like, yeah, I know, you're so right. I'm going to go. You know? I was like, I can't do it.
I'm going to go take my toaster and take a nice bath real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a quick one.
I'm
I got my Jarvis merch on today.
I'm wearing Connor merch. What are we except the products of capitalism?
Repping the friends.
Yay.
That's like, it's not capitalism if it's supporting the homies.
There you go.
Is it gay to support the homies?
No, never is.
Did you tell them how I wore my pirate hat the whole way home?
I haven't gotten there yet.
You haven't even gotten to Battleship yet?
No, I'm still talking about TwitchCon.
TwitchCon was
I'm
lit.
literally day 2 of TwitchCon.
TwitchCon was lit. I walked into one of the venues that was like around, and I immediately like almost ran directly into Dream, and then I turned around and Quackity was at Starbucks. I was like,
oh yeah,
the Dream SMP's here.
Yeah, I told them when I took the golf cart with Dream.
Sorry, can you just do the?
So you got like you have to get the tongue
chin?
the tongue. Beautiful, beautiful.
All right, bye.
All right, anyways, I gotta tell you guys about the executive meeting. All right, I gotta tell you guys about the executive meeting. But yeah, so I met Bruce Green, and he was super nice and everything. And then we got called in by the Twitch execs. And the Twitch execs. So we get into the other room, which is like a private room similar to the VIP lounge, but it's like VIP staff lounge. It's like an extra VIP for like the staff. So you got Crispy, right? Which, by the way, I met Crispy. She is like that tall, and I feel like at any given moment I could just punt her across the venue. But so Crispy is staff, right? Because she works on some pretty cool stuff. I actually met Crispy's boss's boss, I think, which was really funny. Wait, actually, hey Abigail, Neon Genesis Abigalian, Bagel. She'll come eventually. Sorry, not her full government name. Abercrombie and Finch. That was a good one. That's a good one. I actually ended up taking notes. So, we get to the executive meeting and everything. They usher us in, and it's like it's more than what I thought. So it's like Emmett Shear, and it's literally like the COO. It's like upper level management and everybody who like runs everything. Like we have like legitimate, like these are legitimate higher ups for Twitch. Like they run everything. And so we like sit down in like circles, and they were definitely not. I'll be completely honest here. I'll be completely honest with the fear that I might not be invited to another executive meeting again. But if they can't handle criticism, then that's an even bigger problem than we need. But I got the feeling that they were not briefed about the meeting beforehand. Well, as in like they knew the meeting was happening, but they didn't like organize it. They were kind of like, now what? Like, how do we talk to everybody? So they were like, kind of like, let's go around in circles and talk to, you know, there's a bunch of different like circled like tables or whatever. And they're like, why don't we just like take like 10-15 minutes to talk to each circle? And then like we were like, ooh, I don't know if that's a good idea. So then Emmett Shear and what's his name? Dan Clancy? Is it Dan Clancy or David Clancy? Mr. Clancy. Dan Clancy, that's what it is. So Dan Clancy, Emmett Shear like pop up, and they're like, all right, let's start with this. Before we get into our groups and everything of like specific functions of Twitch, of like you do advertising, you do features, you do outreach, you know, all this stuff. Before we do that, does anyone have any general, generic questions for us. Anything you want. And it's silent for like, it's like for like 30 seconds. Just like, just literally just like, you? Hi, my name's PointCrow, and I have a question here about so I was the first question. I opened it up and I was like, all right, I'm gonna start this spicy. And I asked, I was like, so there's two different things. I have two different questions. One of them is, what was the motivation behind giving away 70-30 splits in favor of the 50-50? And also, second question is, your VOD system and clip system sucks. I was like, it's ass. It's awful. It sucks. And you know it sucks when every single person that wants to use your VODs or clips goes to your competitor YouTube and uses that system for it. Are you doing anything to improve the VODs or the clips system so then you have more retention on your website to keep it there? Here, give me half a second. Let me tell you guys their response in a second. I have my notes. Abby has my notes. So I literally they provided papers and pencils, and I was like the only one writing these down. Let me go get them real quick, okay? So I still have my notepad. Okay. So I have my notepad here. Blue, thanks for the gifted sub. Sam, thanks for the 22 months. Yeah, my clout fee, thank you. Or your clout fee. Morgan, thanks for the 3 months. Mags, Dragonos, Fakuin, and Adam, thanks for the 38. Jesus. She hickories my dickery till I dock. Thank you. And Gurren Heiganen, thanks for the 5 months. So, okay. So I literally, like, the answer to the questions right here. So I asked that. I was like, do you have any plans on making your VODs or clips better? Because people use other systems to archive their short form and long form content. And they only go to YouTube, or they only go to Twitch for the actual live things. Their answer was no. They have no plans. At all. So they said that YouTube does it so much better that they are not going to compete whatsoever on the VODs or clips. So there's going to be little to no improvements on the VOD or clip experience. And then they... so basically, what they want to do is they want to improve the live streaming aspect. Basically, they're like, and you guys can attest to this too, Twitch is like, we do the live streaming, like we do live streaming so much better than YouTube does. And that's right? Like you would rather watch a Twitch stream than a YouTube stream. Like, am I wrong with that? Like, I think I'm right. Like a Twitch stream is better to watch. And so they're like, that we are so much better at YouTube than that. But if we tried to do VODs and clips, we would come up with systems that would be not as good as YouTube. So, therefore, we're going to put all of our resources towards improving the live aspect and not any other aspect. So they're like, we're totally okay with you doing that, with you using YouTube and everything. So my take on that. So my thoughts on that thing, and I told them this too. Everything I'm telling you guys this, I told them this. I said that that is a bad idea. I was like, that's a bad idea because what if YouTube just makes, because YouTube's really good at VODs and clips. They have their shorts, they have YouTube shorts, and they have long form video content in the form of VODs. It exists already. But their live sucks right now. But if they make their live half as good as yours, you're fucked. I was like, then why would you ever go to Twitch? Then why would you ever do that? Like, it's just so much easier to just keep it all in one spot. Like, it's the easiest thing is normally the one that works for the internet. And so it's totally understandable that they're like, we're really good at this one thing, so we're gonna focus on this one thing. But that's the wrong. I think that is the wrong thing to focus on. So, yeah. So that was the question. I don't know if you guys remember a while ago, but there was a leak a while ago. I also asked about this. There was a leak a while ago that they were going to get rid of 7030s, and they did that. That is true. There was a leak that they were getting rid of 7030s, and it is true they are getting rid of 7030s. But in that leak, they actually had plans to make tiers for partners. So if you are a partner, you can get like the more popular your stream is, the more splits you'll get, the better splits you'll get for your sub revenue. I see like one question, what's a 7030? How do I put this? Whenever you subscribe to my stream, or whenever you subscribe to any stream, right, you pay $5 for your tier 1 subscription. 50% of that goes towards the streamer. The other 50% goes towards Twitch. Some streamers have 70/30s, which means that 70% of it goes to the streamer, 30% goes to Twitch. Twitch recently got rid of those 70/30s, so when 70/30 contracts are expired, they are no longer renewing any 70/30 things. It can be inferred that some people that you may watch on Twitch have 70/30s. So that's what that is, right? YouTube does 70/30. I think Fanhouse does 80/20. I think no. I think OnlyFans, I think it is, does 80/20. And Fanhouse does 90/10. Facebook Gaming, I fucking kid you not, is 100/0. I kid you not. I wish I was joking about that. It's insane. So, which is Omegalo because I'm not streaming on Facebook Gaming. But the 70/30 is the baseline. It is the industry standard. So I was like, hey, so basically it was leaked that there were going to be tiers for revenue. And so I asked about that. I was like, there was a leak for tiers of revenue. If your stream was more popular, that you would get a better split. They said that is false. They have no plans for revenue. They also have no plans for 70/30s. And they said it like this. They're going to be keeping it 50/50 from now on for streamers to make it even. So everybody has the same split. The reason why they said they couldn't make it 70/30 was because they didn't have enough money to do so. And I believe them. I believe that. I believe that they do not have the margins to make 70/30s work. And the reason why are a couple things. They're owned by Amazon. They are owned by Amazon. However, from what I know about this, in limited fashion, right, is that Twitch is owned by Amazon, but Twitch isn't Amazon, which means that Amazon wants the small department of Twitch to make a profit. They're like, you are bleeding money right now with Twitch Prime. You're bleeding money with little advertising revenue. You are bleeding money just in general. So you need to make a profit now. If I recall, I think YouTube just broke even last year. Amazon basically doesn't want a red on their books. They want black on their books. So they're pressuring Twitch to make a profit. So that's what's happening there. So that's why they're like, we can't make 70/30s. I believe them for that. I think it's stupid, though. I think that the upper management at Amazon doesn't understand how it works. And I have solutions that I think could also work. They're focusing on streamer take-home pay as well. Specifically, one of their main metrics isn't conversion rates from... Is this interesting to you guys? Sorry. I realize that I'm talking about like all these industry like terms and all this. Of like conversion rates, streamer take-home pay rates, like all this. I just want to double check. Because we're about to get into like some technical shit. Some like real like in the weeds like stuffs. Also, I'm so sorry that I'm not streaming video games. I feel bad when I don't do it. Because I always get DMs afterwards of like, man, I wish you played this earlier. But I'm very passionate about this. So. All right. So, right. So basically, the main metric that Twitch is working with right now is streamer take-home pay, which means that they are focused mainly on how much money streamers make, aka how much money that I receive on Twitch at the end of the day. Specifically, dollars per hour. So how many dollars a streamer gets on average per hour of live broadcast? That's the main metric that they want to focus on. And I think that's wrong. I think they should be focusing more on conversions, bringing in from external sites, and then also viewer retention rate. Sorry, not even that. Website retention rate. Like site overall website retention rate. The longer on average, and I'll say it like this, the longer on average that a viewer spends on your website, the more likely they'll be able to spend money on your site. But that's not the sort of metric they're going for. They're specifically trying to see a quick buck like they're specifically like trying to get people on Twitch, spend money, and then they're good to have them leave, right? Literally. Which is why they're okay with having people use YouTube and all that stuff for VODs and clips. Because they don't care about retention on the website itself. They just want you to spend money and leave. Which doesn't make sense. So, good news, though. Very good news. They're trying to get rid of pre-rolls. Like, they're genuinely trying to get rid of pre-rolls for Twitch. So that's a good news, you know. They're working on it. They know they have a lot to improve on the ad experience and everything, but they want to get rid of them. They want to find a way to get rid of pre-rolls. If you don't know what pre-rolls are, it's, you know, when you watch my stream and then you get an ad before you can actually see the live, that's a pre-roll, right? A pre-roll is when you get an ad before the stream. A mid-roll is when you get an ad in the middle of the stream. A post-roll is when the stream's over and you get an ad then. There's no post-rolls on Twitch, but you will see post-rolls on YouTube. So they're working on removing pre-rolls. And they want to increase the amount of money that streamers get from advertisers. Now, I have a whole thing about advertising and everything on Twitch. I think Twitch is kind of like throwing the ball with advertising, and this gets into like a lot of different like specific aspects of it. But basically, the way that advertising works for major media companies goes something along the lines of Twitch sells advertising space to companies. They'll go to companies, where companies will come to Twitch with advertising sales, and they'll say, hey, we can get this amount of impressions of your ad for this amount of money. So if you pay $1 million, we can get you 1 billion impressions. I don't know the actual numbers behind it, but that's kind of like what happens with sales for advertising. Now, the thing is that streamers have very, very little, like, it's very hard to determine how many impressions an ad will get based on streamer hours, right? Streamer hours, and based on the actual, like, how many ads streamers will run. Literally. So, like, you can promise 1 billion impressions, but you could have a month where a bunch of streamers are like, I'm not going to run ads this month. Like, I don't feel like running ads at all. Or something will happen where maybe a lot of streamers won't go live. So it's very, like, dependent on that. So when Twitch sells their advertising, it's very variable on the impressions. They can estimate it to a degree, but it's really hard to estimate, which is why you're seeing things like I can't show it on stream. I'm literally not allowed to. But it's like advertising incentives. So basically, Twitch is like Twitch, like you can see in the bottom right corner right here, I have like an ads manager. So I run ads every half hour. Yeah, so you can see right here, another ad's going to run in 24 minutes. And so I get an incentive. Twitch will pay me a certain amount of money. Sorry, bottom left. Twitch will pay me a certain amount of money to run a certain amount of ads per hour for a certain amount of hours a month, right? So that's the ad incentives program. That's why you're seeing the ad incentives program. That's why you're seeing people run ads like this or increase pre-rolls in Twitch trying to force ads on streamers is because they want to get that impressions number correct. Because what I think is that they're overselling this impressions number, and it's really hard to get an exact number. So they'll be like, they're either overselling or underselling. So they're like, we can get 1 billion impressions for $1 million, but it turns out in the time that they're running this ad, it's actually not 1 billion. It's like 500 million. It's like 500 million, right? And they're like, fuck, like we didn't expect so many people to not run ads this time, right? And then, or they'll have like 1.3 billion impressions. So there's two problems wrong with it. One, if you get 500 million, then you oversold. So now you have to come up with impressions like in a rush. And you're like, fuck, how do we do this? So you run more ads like immediately, which is really bad for the sales team. Or, what is happening in chat? What the fuck? Are you guys okay? Sorry, I'm trying my best here to explain it right. But we have, or if you sell for like 1.3 billion, if for like, $1 million, right? You're like, oh shit, like we could have actually sold this for like so much more, right? So they're having some issues with selling advertising. So that's why you're trying to see a guarantee of ads for, that's why you're trying to see a guarantee of ads for streamers. Anyways, sorry about that. So what Twitch is trying to do is they're trying to do a percentage, which is actually really, really good. Because beforehand they had a $3. I told you we'd get in the, I fucking told you we would get in the weeds of this. We're gonna get into CPMs. So CPMs basically mean cost per melee, which is you will be paid. And Twitch has said this publicly, so that's why I can say this, right? Which is you will be paid like $3.50 for 1,000 views of an ad, right? And that's really low. That's really low. But that is what basically like happened. Is they're like, we're doing $3.50, and everyone's like, that's bullshit. Like it's fine in January when advertising rates aren't that high, but in December when advertising rates get to like $10, $15, you're getting fucked over. So Twitch is actually doing a really awesome thing here, and they're going to give you a percentage, similar to how YouTube does it. So YouTube does, I think it's 55% to the creator and 45% to YouTube for advertising rates. They give you a percentage. Twitch is moving from $3.50 of CPM to 50%, which is huge. That's why. So they're taking. So the overall thing is they're taking away 70/30s and having everybody be 50/50s, but they're raising up the amount that you get from advertisings from advertisements, which is a choice, and I think it's not consumer friendly. It's a worse model for you viewers, but it is a better model for creators. It's not great. There's solutions that would work better for you guys, but that's where the money's at for Twitch. And once again, I told you that Twitch is trying to get some money because Amazon's pressuring them to make money, bring a profit. So they're ruining your experience to get more ads so they can sell more for later. Why is it worse for viewers? Because you get more ads. Rather than paying $5 to get ad for viewing and everything, and streamers pushing subscriptions as much, what they're doing is they're trying to have streamers push ads more and everything. So, yeah, okay. Let's see. So we also grilled them specifically. I don't know if you guys remember this, but when they announced that 70/30s weren't being, when they announced 70/30s weren't being a thing anymore, they released that at 3 a.m. Pacific time, after the middle of like a whole bunch of controversies on Twitch. And so we accused them. Literally, we were literally like, hey, you guys were trying to cover this up, right? Like, we kind of, everyone thinks that you were trying to cover it up because you posted at 3 a.m. in the morning on, like, some back-end part of your website. And they said, no, they weren't. They posted it then because of the EU. They were like, we know how it looks. It looks sketchy and shady, but we posted because of the EU. And then they also said, in a joking way, and I took this as a joke because I think it was genuinely meant as that. They were like, if we wanted to hide something from you, give us credit, we would try harder. And I believe them on that. Right? I thought that was hilarious because they're like, you insult us with how shitty you think we would be at that. And I was like, you know what? That's valid that you would, like, I was like, major respect for saying something like that, you know? Like, I was like, that's fair enough. So I genuinely think that's why they did it. Okay, so, let's see, what else? We asked about, soundtrack. I don't know if this is interesting to you guys, but, there was, it was called, like, a Twitch soundtrack or whatever for music. Where it's like, they have currently a, library of DMCA free music, for streamers to use already. They already have this already exists, but they, have no plans to build it out even farther or support it any longer. They're keeping it on life support, because they don't make any money from it, and they're trying to focus more on ads. They're aiming for no pre-rolls. Oh god, let me tell you about this. Oh, you guys are gonna hate this. Oh my god. Oh, I was so mad. I was so pissed when I heard this. No. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Twitch Turbo is the best deal on the entire website. It's $8 and you get ad-free viewing literally across the website. It's better than this fucking sub, right? For ads. You don't get emotes or anything. But Twitch Turbo is great. It's literally like, it's like ridiculously insane. And so we were like, hey, Turbo is awesome. Why don't you push it more? Because it's like $8. You get ad-free viewing, everything. They're not taking away Turbo. They are not taking away Turbo. Don't worry about that. But they were like, we want to revamp Turbo because it's a really good idea. and it makes money, and I can't believe we've shelved it for so long. And some fucker I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it, but somebody in the back of the room was like, yeah, Turbo's such a deal. I'd even pay like $15. Like, I'd even pay more for it. You know, I'd pay like $20 for it. I'm like, don't fucking. And then you saw the gears turning in the execs' heads, and they're like, wait, how much would you pay for Turbo? They asked that. And they were like, yeah, you know, like YouTube Premium's like $15. Like, I'd pay $15 for Turbo. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like that one kid in class being like, teacher, you forgot to pick up the homework and ask us for it. I was like, you're throwing. So they were like, okay, what if, so basically they're like, we're going to give maybe more features with Turbo and increase the price. They literally ran it down mid. So they're looking to do that. It's not confirmed, but someone gave them the fucking idea. Because until that moment, I do not think raising the price of Turbo was on the table. So, that's like what began with it. Undead Pixel, thanks for the 1 year. Bandana Diddle, thanks for the 17 months. Savage Lionel, thanks for the 9 months. So that's they're gonna be revamping Turbo. By the way, during all of this, I think it's fucking hilarious. During all of this, I am sitting at a table, and it's oh, what's her name? She's a girl from TikTok, or got famous on TikTok. Very modern streamer. It's like, it begins with like a K. It's like Kruzniak or something. Oh god. She's gonna hate me for forgetting it. She was super nice. Yeah. Do you guys? Yeah, Crusader. It's Crusader. She was super great. So it was like me, Crusader, Tyler1, and XQC. And the entire time, XQC is listening. He had some great questions, some great points, some great asks and everything. He knew what was going on, but the way he focuses was hilarious. Because the entire time, he's literally like at the table doing this. Just literally just like face down, just like scribbling on his notepad. And I look over, and he's just making a drawing of Tyler1. Like he's drawing a portrait of Tyler1 just next to us while we're talking about all of this. I don't have the picture. I think it's somewhere on LSF or whatever. But and I was like, dude, this is. He kept doing it too. He like had like multiple perspectives, multiple drawings of Tyler1. Literally, draw me like one of your French-Canadian girls. That's so fucking funny. Oh, my God. Anyways, so that's like what was happening during it, right? They were actually pretty good. They're not bad, right? Let's see. We asked them about increasing bitrate. Currently, you can stream at, I think, 8K. Yeah, 8,000, not 8K. You can stream at 8,000 bits. Per second. You can currently do that. I stream at 6,000. We asked about 4K. They said no plans for 4K, but they would be interested in bundling that with like Turbo. So if you bought Turbo, you would be able to stream at 4K. They were asking basically. They were like, do we want to have viewers pay? Like they were like, we need to put. They're like, we don't have enough money for the bandwidth. For 4K. They're like, we just don't have enough money. Like that's an even bigger problem than 7030s. Like they were basically like, we would rather give 7030s. Because 4K is like, it's expensive. Like it's expensive to stream in 4K. To watch videos in 4K is one thing. To stream in 4K is another. And so basically they were thinking about doing it, and they were asking whether or not they wanted streamers to pay to stream in 4K or viewers to pay to watch in 4K. So we tried to come up with a middle ground of that, of like, what if we don't actually have anybody pay to have in 4K, but what you do, because what happens right now is that when we rip VODs from Twitch for the VOD channel, the quality goes down, like, significantly. So from what you're watching right here, or what I'm recording currently, the quality goes down significantly. And so we were like, what if we were able to stream in 1080p? Or like, what if we could stream to Twitch in 4K, but the live aspect is only 1080 and it saves to the VOD at 4K? And they were interested in that. And I was like, you know what? It's a weird middle ground, but they were interested in something like that. It was a really good idea. I think Crusader was actually the one who came up with that. So shout outs to her. Let's see. I asked about streaming on YouTube and Twitch together, because I called them out on this. I was like, I think I think your reasoning for not allowing us to stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time is stupid. I was like, I think it's dumb. I think it's not your job. Because their reasoning behind it was, we don't think it would make a good experience for your community, for your viewers. And me, who is one of the admittedly few but very important people who are on the fence of having a large YouTube audience, 1.3 million on YouTube, and a sizable Twitch stream. I think we're, what, 1K viewers, which is small, medium right there. Not the biggest, but almost 500,000 followers. That's like, I was like, we're kind of on the fence. But what I would love to do, right, to multi-stream, I think it's a great idea if you have the audience there. Their thought behind it was, it's a bad idea for your viewers. And I was like, I have an idea, and I told them this. I was like, I have an idea that would work perfectly. That would not be a bad idea for my community. It's Twitch plays versus YouTube plays. Imagine if I could set up a stream where it's Twitch chat controls one side of the screen and YouTube chat controls the other side of the screen. Right? Like, that's a fantastic idea that would work amazingly for my viewers. Like, it'd be such a cool idea. And the gears turned a little bit. I was like, this will bring in viewers, blah, blah, and all this stuff. And then they gave me a new answer because I disproved their old one. I was like, let the streamers come up with the content. Don't try to police our content like that unless it's like TOS. Like, let us be creative, right? And they said that they need to defend their IP. They're like, they seem to, in the same sentence, they're like, we are not afraid of YouTube. You can go and watch VODs and clips on YouTube, but we are also afraid of YouTube. Don't watch their live streams. They don't want to compete on the live aspect. That's it. It's bar none. That is what it is, right? They do not want to compete on the live aspect. So they are like, you can stream on TikTok, you can stream on Instagram TV, because those are, you know, mobile-based platforms, but they're specifically competing on web-based live streaming, and they don't want to do that. So we all knew it. It's just nice to hear it seriously for once, you know, on the actual reason. Let's see. What was this? What did I write down here? 12 chat, then it does TTS. What? I don't know what that is. They are trying to improve the live aspect more, though. So what they're doing is they just introduced something called Guest Star. Let me see if I can like show it. Yeah, they introduced this new thing called Guest Star, which they were very proud of. and I kind of like it too. I'll probably experiment with it in the future, but basically what you could do, it looks good. I really like this, right? You can I can invite one of you guys or like another streamer or anything onto my stream. So you can literally, I can bring you onto my stream. It'll give you a prompt of connect your microphone and camera, and then you can literally be next to me. It's like Instagram Live, TikTok Live, where you can do that, And good news, if somebody comes up here, on guest star, you don't have to vet them. You should, but you don't have to. If somebody comes in and starts spewing racist remarks or whatever, the streamer should, according to them, should not be liable for that. They would be banned like they would normally in a Twitch chat. So that's nice. So you don't have to worry about that. I don't have to be worried about being banned based on that. Obviously, you can't just have them come on spewing racist remarks and then keep them there. You got to kick them off, that's, but it was nice to have some sort of streamer protection. They were we realized that could happen. So they're going to be working on they're working on guest star and stuff, or it's out. But they're also doing more things like that. They're trying to do, they said it specifically. They're trying to do it TikTok filters, not actual filters, but TikTok features for a web-based live stream. So more interactions, guest star raids, what's the one, squad streams and stuff. So that was all the notes that I took. You know what we didn't hear about? You know what we heard absolutely fucking nothing about? Analytics. No fucking insights. There's no plans for fucking statistics. Nothing. Chat, I fucking love you guys, but I know goddamn nothing about you. Nothing. Literally, I know if you are watching on a computer or a screen and your country. That is fucking it. That is all I know. I don't know what my target audience is. I don't know if you're a guy, a girl, a non-binary pal, or anything. I don't know your age. I don't know the range. I know nothing about that. I don't know when you click on stream, when you click off stream. I don't know the watch retention. I don't know how average you watched it over. I have no fucking idea. And so I'm like, hey, Twitch, if you want me to bring in more viewers from YouTube, give me the fucking tools to do it. But no. Anyways, so that was the Twitch executive meeting. I hope that was entertaining for you. But overall, my thoughts behind it are that there are two things that you can do to improve Twitch right now. Right? There are two things you can do, because YouTube is slowly coming up on Twitch to take over the live streaming space, right? Also, I know a lot of you guys are saying take a poll for ages or gender. First off, no, I don't want to know that specifically. That's a bad idea too, because the way statistics work, you have to realize that only polls everybody in my live stream who is currently active at 2:55 p.m. Pacific time on October 25th. That is the only data that you get. It's next to useless. It's I just know now currently as it stands right now. It's a very small margin of people, right? And it's only those that participate. So you get this inherent bias that exists based on situational context. So, so if you have it inherently with Twitch, then you get a very much wider array of data. The Twitch analytics are currently garbage. So yeah, that's kind of that, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the statistics, but yeah, let me continue. So overall, there's two things with Twitch that could happen. right? You can either, if you are Twitch, you can either focus on the live aspect, you know? You either be like, I'm focusing on the live aspect because that's something we do really, really well. So we're going to keep doing the live stuff. Or you improve the overall experience and focus on the site retention to keep people on your website. And that will indirectly improve every single statistic that you're looking for. It's not like, let me put it in a better way. You can either go the direct route of Twitch. Here's the problem. Twitch needs money. Okay? Twitch needs to make a profit. Amazon's pushing on them. They're not giving them more. They're demanding that Twitch makes a profit, right? That's the problem. Twitch needs money. So you can either go the direct route of focusing on what you do really, really well and milking it all for money, just squeezing it out there. Or you can go the indirect way of you improve the experience for everyone. So then people want to, so you can get more conversions and have people stay longer so they're more likely to make money. So Twitch right now went with, we're going to milk our current audience rather than we're going to grab an audience that we don't have. Now, I've done this with videos before on YouTube. It's actually a very similar problem that a lot of content creators have. Do I, PointCrow, make Breath of the Wild's Relics of the Past speedrun randomizer part 45? Or do I play Battleship live with real ships? Right? Do I milk the audience I currently have? Or do I create an environment where you want to stay longer and invite in an audience that you don't have? Right? Now, this answer gets you money real quick, you know? But then my entire career would be over in about a year. Or, right, you do this, which is like, it doesn't make money in the short term, but it goes miles down in the long term. Right? I've seen the conversation of PointCrow change over the year. Going from PointCrow is Walmart insert streamer, copies blank streamer, isn't better than that, living in shadows, all this stuff, does only Breath of the Wild speedrunner, to the weird thing of like, what the fuck is PointCrow doing? Holy shit, is he in pain? Right? But like this one's more fun, right? Like this one's more fun than the other one, you know? So yeah, it's sort of like that with Twitch. I'll stop talking about it now, but that's the problem that Twitch is trying to solve, and they're going for the quick buck rather than the long-term staying stuff. So yes, I think YouTube will probably succeed over Twitch in the next 5 years, maybe 10 years if it's not in 5, based on my conversation and the direction that I think Twitch is going. So that was the executive meeting. That was what I heard from the execs and everything. And, yeah. So, yeah. You went trending eating water. I actually didn't go trending on that video. That is the first video in a year and a half that hasn't been trending on YouTube. The reason why is because it got demonetized twice for being not advertiser friendly. It actually got demonetized 3 times. I didn't tell you about the 3rd time. I didn't tweet about it. Because the 3rd time was a copyright strike for music. So the video, I had to literally it was actually last night, in the LAX airport baggage terminal, I had to open up my laptop and use the YouTube editor to cut out a minute of the Chopsticks video. So you don't see the Yeah, I'll show you. It was this video.
But a funny thing to say to someone who's lost their shit and is stressed out visibly. When I say the best man.
Right. So this one, right? It was the.
Asks me, do you know where my car keys are? I look at him in his face and I say, have you checked your vitals? I have not seen your keys, but since you're
It's a banger, dude. Absolute banger. But yeah, that's the that's the thing that we had to cut because it wasn't YouTube that blocked it. They Tom Cardy or whoever owns his music. I don't know if he does. Copyright strike it. So I had to cut that over, you know. Anyways, so that's different. So I'm still talking about TwitchCon. Sorry, I know it's like I don't even know if we're getting to Pokemon today because we haven't even gotten to Battleship yet. Like we're still literally talking about TwitchCon. I'm so sorry. It has been actual like weeks since I've talked to you guys as like a chat, and I just want to like spell out all of the stories I have. So yeah, that was the executive meeting. What else did I do in TwitchCon? I met a lot of really cool people, like Pokemon challenges. He was really cool. I wish I got to talk to him a little bit more. I wanted to meet the 4th gen gamer. I didn't have the chance to. Who else? I met Mysticat. It was a short like hi because I was in a rush for a meeting. I met my lawyer finally. But it was actually so cool. There's I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of streamers have a little like support system of like a business support system. So I have an accountant, a financial advisor, and a lawyer. And I actually went to a panel with my lawyer, and it was really cool. So my lawyer Noah is also known as my lawyer friend. And it was funny because he had a panel and everything at TwitchCon. And so I showed up to the panel and I was like, hey, how's it going? It's me. And he's like, it's you. I just thought it was like a really fun thing to do. And then we go out and we talk about some important things. And he was like, dude, it's so weird. Like, I'm getting noticed. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, like people recognize me. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I had some people come up and be like, are you my lawyer friend? And he's like, yeah. He's like, can I get a picture with you? And I'm like, dude, it is the craziest thing having a lawyer who's like famous. I was like, and you work for me. It's nuts. Anyways, so I got to meet him, and it was really funny because while I was talking to him, my financial advisor and my accountant also walk up and they're like, are you, it was like a Spider-Man meme situation of like, holy shit, the gang's together. It was like the whole back-end support system was right there. And we talked for like a half an hour. It was great. Yeah. This isn't like the start of a joke. It's like my lawyer, accountant, and financial advisor walk into a bar. Actually, that's funny. I was at a bar and I saw my accountant there. And I was like, hey, are you going to the bar? And he's like, no, I'm actually at the hotel at this bar. I'm going to bed. Good night. And I was like holding my vodka up. And I was like, hey! Anyways. So, yeah, that was fun. Let's see. Twitch Rivals was Twitch Rivals. It was okay. I think I got the impression that every streamer that was in Twitch Rivals, except for like me, like and like Stans, like didn't want to be there. Like I got the impression that like everyone was like, yeah, this is in our contract. We're obligated to do this, and I was like, I'm so excited to be here. I'm like, I can't wait to be here with my friend Stans. I mean, obviously, there's like some people who are like, ah, fuck, like I can't, like there were some people who were like, fuck, I don't want to be here, but you know what? I'll make the most of it. And then the other half were like, fuck, I don't want to be here, and I'm going to shit on Twitch while they're live. And I was like, that's not good form. Like, I will shit on Twitch, but don't do it there. That's not the place to do it. So some of you very astute people might know that I'm talking specifically about one clip. But anyways, let's talk about the meet and greet. That was wild. So I was scared. I initially was scared about the meet and greet. Seriously, I was like kind of afraid of it because I was like, I don't know how many people are gonna show up. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know anything like this. I was like, what do I do? But then eventually I sort of like came to terms with it, and I was like, this is fine, because if I don't have anybody show up to my meet and greet, it's fucking funny. Like that's funny. Because then I can take a picture and post it on Twitter and be like, hey, it was great meeting you all. And there's nobody in line, like, at all. Like, I was like, that's going to be great. So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two is that not many people come, but some people do. And I was like, okay, that's actually also fine. Because then I can have, like, long conversations and, like, genuinely, like, meet people, right? And the third situation is where there's, like, too many people. And I was like, that's not going to happen. So, I took a picture. I literally walk out, take a picture. This was the line at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. They gave me a 9 a.m. showing time for my meet and greet. And I'm like, nobody's gonna fucking show up. It's not, like, who the fuck shows up at 9 a.m.? Chat. This was the initial, like, crowd. It proceeded to go all the way over here, right past the actual meet and greet line, all the way over this way. There was a holding area with a full other lines all the way over here that was also full. Like, I was like, the fuck? I felt so bad because they had to cut off the line. Like they had to, I felt terrible about it actually, because they had to cut off the line, and then at the very end, like, they were like rushing me through. I was like, hey, how's it going? Like, it's a pleasure to meet you. I really like your hair, like, or like, you know, like, because some of y'all like dressed up and everything. And I was like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing. There was like a couple people like came in like the full merch, and like, I was like, this is so sick. And so, like, I'd go and be like, I love your hair. And then they'd be like, picture out. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, can we we'll take a picture real quick? I hope you're having a good TwitchCon. And they're like, picture out, picture out. I'm like, I'm sorry. So I felt bad towards the end because I was like, I want to, like, meet you guys. And I wanted to be like, I want to give a really good impression to everybody I meet. Because I kid you not, like, you ever read those, like, Reddit, those, like, Reddit stories? On like Ask Reddit of like, what celebrity, I'm not a celebrity by the way, but like, what celebrity did you meet and have a bad experience about, whatever, right? And so like I read through those and I'm like, I would never do that. I would never, if I'm ever famous, if I ever have people meeting me, I would never do that. I would never do that, right? So then I tried my goddamn hardest, right? Because I was like, first off, supremely blown away that anybody would want to meet me ever in life, right? Because I'm just a guy. So I was like, holy shit. And so I was like, I want to have like a genuine like you are a person, I am a person. You are not cattle, although it seems like it, you know, corralled into like a fence or whatever. I wanted to personify those who I met, because it's very easy. I do this all the time with you guys as Twitch chat. I'm like, you guys are just fucking, you know, just text on a screen, you know? Fuck you, get out of here. But I wouldn't say that to like a person in real life. You know? I wouldn't be like, fuck you, you suck. Although, Jeremiah was like, hey, PointCrow, can you fucking slap me? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, slap me. And he posts this as a comment, ask for a raise, never meet your heroes, I guess. And I was like, no, what do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? Like, that's not how that conversation went. What a king. Oh my god. But yeah, so I tried my best to meet as many people as I could. Unfortunately it was like cut off and everything. So the meet and greet went like extremely well. You guys were actually like pretty cool, you know. Oh yeah, I met Pulse. That was fun. I met @sign as well. @sign was super cool. He's tall as hell. Literally, I was like, "Hi, how's it going? Thanks for helping out with some of the mods. You're really cool and you're so fun to talk to." And then I was like, literally crazy. So that was really fun. I got to keep my sign too. Do I have it still? Like at PointCrow. Pretty cool. Oh, it's a little backwards, but yeah, it's whatever. So yeah, that's yeah, Abby was going up and down through the line too, because it was long, and it's a lot to like wait 2 hours to meet somebody. Like, first off, I'm a guy, right? I don't know why you would, but it's a lot, like for those who did. So Abby was super cool, and she was going up and down the line, and people were like, how's it going? Like, you know, people wanted to meet Abby more than me sometimes, and I kid you not. It was really funny. We said beforehand, we were like, Abby was like, there's a clip somewhere, but she was like, if I refuse to sign anything unless somebody comes up to me and brings me a copy of Nintendogs. And like the second person in line genuinely had a copy of Nintendogs, and she signed it. And I was like, that is the coolest thing that you guys have done. Actual king shit. So yeah, Abby was awesome with the hyping up the line and everything. I was next to this isn't tea at all. It was just an interesting thing. I was next to Nadia, the Warzone player. You know the Warzone player that everyone's like, oh, you're cheating, but she's actually just not, and she's just farming everybody for content. You know, like that's just the situation. I found it really interesting. She had a meet and greet, and she had a lot of people come, and it was really cool. She was nice. I got to meet her. Hi, Mom, by the way. She was pretty nice, and she had personal security, which I thought was very fair. I would also have like a lot of security if I were her. So I don't think anything happened, but I was like that's just an interesting thing that I saw mentioned. Dreammaster, thanks for the 25 months. Eddie, thanks for gifting a sub to Wertranop. Chill Vibes, thanks for the 10 months. Alpha Omega, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. So, and N64, thanks for the 7 months. So yeah, so that was that. I was also with Crusader. I don't know who else was with me, but that was really cool. The meet and greet was great. The meet and greet was awesome, you know? Because we met in the VIP area at like 9 a.m. and they let us like behind the scenes all the way through. It was just weird to be treated like as... It was weird to be treated as a VIP because I'm very much not. You know, does that make sense? You know, it's like... And I keep repeating this, but I'm just a guy, you know? Like, I'm just a guy. So it was really interesting to see, like, it was just weird to be treated as, like, you are a VIP person. Very important point, Jesus Christ. The Anna King, thanks for the Prime for 14 months. Zex, thanks for the gift, continuing your gifted sub. Rosatui, thanks for the 5 months. Also, Zex, I pay you, and then now you're paying for a sub to me. Can I just take that out of your paycheck? Or, like, we don't have to bring in Twitch to this. We could just, like... Anyways. So, yeah, that was the meet and greet. That was really fun. What else happened? The bars were fun. Oh, God. Okay. So two of the 3 nights I got shwasted because I was with my friends. It was fun. Why not, you know? But it's a very weird... I never thought of this scenario before going to TwitchCon, because I think of like a lot of scenarios. I'm like, what if this happens? What if that happens? But this is something that happened that I just never thought about. I'm talking about the 3rd night here. The first night was totally different. Second night was fun. But it's not the hot dog story. I'll tell the hot dogs. I'll have Abby tell the hot dog story if she wants to do it. But the 3rd night, I'm at Coin Op. It's an arcade. It's a barcade. I'm at Coin Op, and I'm with a lot of friends, meeting a lot of streamers. I met Katzen. That was pretty cool. And we were just chilling with friends. And it's such a weird situation to be in when I'm drunk as hell, just like plastered, and like someone goes up to you and says, "Hey, it's so nice to meet you." This is not a fault to anybody, but it's just a weird situation when someone goes up to you being like, "Oh my God, are you PointCrow? It's nice to meet you. Can you record a video for my little sister?" I am plastered. Like, drunk out of my mind. Like, I'm just like, I said no, you know? I was like, no, I honestly, like, if we cannot, I'll sign something, but please don't. But, how do you remember this? Because I don't get drunk enough to black out. That's not fun for me. It's just getting drunk, you know? With friends. I don't do it that often either. So it's just like you know. But it's just a very weird situation to be in. So I ask that you do not do that. It makes the... Because the mind goes from like, yeah, I'm having fun with friends, to immediately like streamer mode of like, hello there. It is nice to meet you too. Like trying to keep it together. But if you... Okay. The first night was a lot of fun. Let's talk about the first night. I'm talking about the bars. Here's the itinerary for the conversation, since we're like 2 hours in now. We'll talk about the bars, and then I'll move on to Battleship. Because I don't think there's anything else to tell with TwitchCon that I remember currently. But the last story is the first night, where we go out after the first full night of TwitchCon, and we go to the bars, and we fucking rave. Like, I don't know what... I forget the bar itself, but it was legitimately a full rave. I got to meet so many people there, too. Namely, and I'll say that, like, I saw, like, Radstads and all this. Let me say this. I met Zex. So, if you guys don't know, Zex, that was the best night, too. Like, it was... The first night was the best night, because everyone was just meeting each other for the first time, being like, oh my God, you're here! I saw E-Rob, who's, like, my long-lost, like, best friend. I fucking love E-Rob, because his name's also Eric, and we're like, yeah, this is great. I met some other people. Oh, fuck. The night's a little blurry. I was with Virtual and Maji, and then we get there and everything. But let me say this. I met Zex, who is my TikTok editor, and that man is the most attractive man I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I saw him, and I'm like, are you sure you work for me? I'm kidding. I'm kidding about that, but like, I was like, damn,
No,
Zex.
he's straight up handsome.
Yeah.
He's handsome. I was
like,
oh, okay.
I'll say this on record. The most attractive person that works for me.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, like I'll say that's fair. I was like, God damn. Not Oliver. First off, Oliver doesn't work for me, but I will also go on a limb and say that. Crazy. Anyways, so I'm plastered the first night, right? Absolutely.
You're
like,
such a drama queen. You're like a high schooler who like had alcohol for the first time and took like one sip of his mom's like vodka and is like, oh my god, guys, we're so drunk right now. It's crazy. It wasn't that bad.
so I was like,
You
dude, I was like, oh god, I'm so fucked up right now. Let's get another shot. It was lit, bro. You should have been there.
Anyway.
So you want to talk about the hot dog
The
story?
hot dog story? Sure. So, I told this on my stream. In case you don't follow, I stream once every 6 months. But I went to talk about TwitchCon last time I was live. And, like Eric said, this is the first night, the end of the night. And it had been a long day. We, like, had driven to San Diego and all this stuff. It was a long car ride. So we had gotten some food, like, way, way earlier. So we're leaving the bar, and I'm way too sober. If Eric is like lit as hell off one drink, I'm like five in trying to be.
Not one drink.
I'm like 5 in trying to get buzzed so I can have some fun and not feeling anything. I'm like, okay, guess it's not this is not happening for me.
Just throwing me under the bus.
You're a lightweight. So I'm like, I was having a great time. I don't drink a ton anyways. Totally okay. So I'm playing mom friend as one does for my crew that we all came together. I was like, okay, we go out together, we leave together. That's the kind of thing. So I'm wrangling this one, Nance, Adam, and Trey. We're all staying together. So I'm calling the Uber. I'm trying to make sure everyone's okay. Eric's like off somewhere. Adam's down the street. Trey's like hanging out with people still in the bar, whatever. And we close out the bar. So we're leaving the bar. And Eric comes up to me and he goes, I'm hungry. You know, like my son. So I'm like, okay, I was like, okay, well, it's late. Like, let's go back to the hotel and then I'll order like food or whatever. We can get like takeout. And Eric goes, no, I'm hungry right now. And he walks up and he goes up to a like a person on the curb selling hot dogs. And I don't know if any of you guys remember the last time that Eric got food poisoning from.
Well, that was with sushi.
So I was like, maybe not. But Eric was like, no, I'm getting a hot dog. Like, basically is like not having it.
It was the last hot dog he had left.
It was the
too.
last hot dog on this person's cart.
So I got lucky.
And it had like relish and like a bunch of toppings on it, right? And the guy goes, it's gonna be $6. And Eric pulls out his wallet and has no cash on him. I think you had like $4 on you. So now everyone that's outside the bar is trying to find enough cash to get Eric a hot dog. So people are emptying their wallets. We have like $1, 50 cents coming from somebody else, $1, people are throwing money in so that Eric can get a hot dog. Eric gets this hot dog. He starts eating it. The Uber is here. The Uber is waiting. I'm like, get in the car. We ask the Uber driver it's okay if you can have the hot dog. The Uber driver's like, whatever, who cares? Just don't spill it. And you were not that messed up, so it was fine. No, nothing was spilled, and there was no throwing up. The story is not like that. We get back to the hotel, and I'm talking to him about. We go upstairs in the hotel, and I'm talking to him about like the plan for the next day. And I got him some water, and we're just like having a conversation. And he's like done. You're sleeping on the pull-out couch.
Yeah. Okay. Like
Eric paid for the whole trip and slept on the pull-out couch.
Like how much?
It was a lot. Don't say the amount. It was a lot.
I already said like 2,500.
Oh, it was more than that.
And I slept on the pull-out couch.
He wanted to. I was like, don't sleep on the pull-out couch. He was like, I want to, because I don't want to share.
I was sharing a bed. Okay, so I was sharing a room with like Trey and Adam, right? But like.
They fucked up and only gave us a king bed and a pull-out couch.
But I chose the pull-out couch because I was like, oh, I starfish and everything. And if I sleep in a bed, I want to sleep in my own bed.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to like take the king bed.
He chose that.
I didn't want to take the king bed and then like make Trey and Adam sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
So I
was
like,
that's
I'll
valid.
take the pull-out couch.
So that was a mess up on our hotel's end, not on my end. But so he was like, I'm gonna sleep on the pull-out couch. So I help him set it up, and we're chatting, and he's like half asleep already. And so I bring over the other half of his hot dog, and I just hold it out to him, like, oh, do you want to finish this while we're having this conversation? And he looks up at me. I can't describe it except like a kid on Christmas. He looks up with me like puppy dog eyes, and just in the most sincere tone goes, a hot dog. And then he takes it and eats the rest of it in like a like a half of a second. Shoves the rest of it down his throat. I'm like, I'll see you tomorrow, Air. See you tomorrow. See you at 8 a.m. when we have to go downstairs for breakfast.
It was a good hot dog.
But it was
though.
so genuine. He was just like, a hot dog. Like he hadn't just fucking ordered it 15 minutes before that. It was so funny.
It was a good hot dog.
It was
that was
very,
a great hot dog.
Very, very, very funny. Yeah, it actually did look pretty good, and he didn't get sick, so it was fine.
I didn't. Well, I did get sick. I got COVID.
Well, okay, it wasn't food poisoning, yeah. And that was after TwitchCon. That wasn't the TwitchCon.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so it was very, very funny. But yeah, the rest of the nights were similar in vein of just running around and managing drunk people, and it was fun though. It was like a lot of fun. I got to meet so many people. He's right. Zex is very handsome. The mods are very cool. The mods are very cool. People who made me sign it, asked me to sign Nintendogs copies. Y'all are MVPs. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun TwitchCon.
I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah, we also got
was
invited
good.
to the phase party. We got invited to the phase
Don't
party.
talk about the phase party.
We're
Don't talk about the
was
phase
it Travis
party.
Scott was there or whatever for like 10 minutes.
Oh, I did make everyone get temporary tattoos. That was like my first thing. We went to this. So did y'all got coin offering? So like there was a barcade, and all I had was a $20 bill. So we had $20 worth of quarters, and I just had them in all of my pockets. And so I just kept pulling out quarters. I made everybody that was with us get temporary tattoos. It was very fun.
Yeah, I had one.
We were
like,
doing them in the
right
bathroom, and then.
Yeah, you could tell who showered afterwards on like if they still had their temporary tattoo or not.
Ew.
Just want to put that out there, you know.
Girl, your pockets must have been heavy. American Heart Association, they were. Honestly. Weirdest interaction I've ever had.
What, having the American Heart
Association? The American Heart Association.
No, it's awesome having it here.
Girl, your pockets must have been heavy.
They're
Girl.
great. What do you mean?
Amen.
I love them. They're awesome.
No, I know. It was just funny. But yeah, no, it's funny. Sam, talking about being drunk, Sam was like, how did I get this temporary tattoo? I was like, I put it on for you. But yeah, what else happened that was fun? Yeah, it was just like a lot of running around. It was very, very fun though. Good.
Alright, I'm gonna move over to Battleship now.
That was pretty cool too.
For
2 hours. Yeah. There was a lot to cover. Are you gonna tell all about Battleship?
Yeah.
Now you can play the game that you've been meaning to play for 2 hours.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was good. People asking about the doodle tattoo soon.
Dude.
Eric keeps getting sick when he's supposed to have his appointment. So now that he is immune, we can finally go get it. But it's had to be moved multiple times.
Crazy. You can't get a tattoo when you got COVID. That's weird, isn't it?
Abby looked at me and said no temporary tattoos for non-partner peasants, and then didn't give me one. That's true. That's accurate.
Yeah. If you ever try to talk to me and you're not a Twitch partner, I will. I just won't talk to you. I won't acknowledge that you exist. And I spit upon the ground you walk.
Damn. When the streamer gets big and forgets all the people who made him. Damn.
It's true. Yeah, I saw Zex and I was like, "You're a handsome man."
Don't spit on our employees. I mean, contractor.
Oh, all right. No, I want that. That's mine. Thank you. I need it. Anyways, yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's talk about Battleship. Any tips for new streamers? Bro, no, let me talk about this for a second. Dude, I had a full 2-hour stream on how to be a Twitch streamer. Because I was like, everyone asks me all the time, right? And I'll give all the answers. I'll see what I can do for it. I do that stream and I post it on YouTube. It is like the worst it was like the worst performing stream in like 6 months, and the YouTube video only got like 1,000 views. So it's like everyone asks, but no one actually genuinely wants the answers. So if you want the answers are fucking out there. Go look for it. That is your number one thing to do. Fucking figure it out by looking for it first, and you'll get it. Totally that. Everyone asks, no one wants the answer. I think Doug just came out with one too. Anyways, so I hate to be aggressive about it, but I'm also still figuring it out, so I wouldn't know. Anyways, so Battleship. I think I can say this. There was a lot of, let me say it like this. There's a lot of people, I check out, you know, I'm a degenerate. I'm a degenerate, okay? I check LSF every now and then, all right? It happens, okay? You're curious. You're like, what went on today? And there was a lot of people being like, oh my God. Ludwig held his event for Smash Bros, and it was very good. And I agree. I think it was fucking amazing. And they were like, I can't believe that man lost $200,000 on that show. Man, he's really putting in the work. He's putting in the content. Bitch, you want to know how Battleship was? It's not a shock. It's not a shock if I'm doing the same goddamn thing. Yeah. So yeah, we don't have it was $1 trillion. But yeah, I'm gonna start it off like that because how do I put it like that? How do I put it? I have learned Battleship, like I have learned that no matter, I wouldn't say no matter, but if you want easy views, easy views, all in the drama. LSF and that whole fucking community doesn't really care about good content. Doesn't really, like, as much as they say, like, man, I wish streamers would make good content and everything. They don't really care about it. They really don't. It's all about reacting. It's all about the drama, right? That's what it is. That's what gets the views. That's what gets the clicks. That's what I've quickly learned after doing 2 different shows. Now, this is the most minor complaint I've ever had in my life because Battleship was fucking fun. Dude, that was such a good show. Dude, I have found my love for events. That, like, I want to do more of this stuff because that was so good. Regardless of the stream or anything, just playing it, being a part of it, setting it up and everything was like the most fun I've had, like, on stream. And that's the thing that I think matters a lot. So yeah, this was Battleship with real ships. I actually haven't seen this before. Legitimately. I actually have not seen my own stream. Because keep in mind, I was here. I was in the little cage the entire time. So I had no idea like whatsoever. I'm sorry. I just turned into like a 6-pack-a-day smoker for a second there. What is going on with my voice today? I was like, hey guys, all right, we're gonna keep going on. Yeah, it's still like my lungs haven't continued. But yeah, this is yeah, so this was the whole arena. Man, I hate how it does this. This was the whole arena, and we're sitting like right over here, and this is all I could see the entire time. But this is 100 feet by 100 feet on each side, with every single tile has explosives on it. Every single tile. The show cost, and I'll say it for this. So the biggest stream so far that I have done on Twitch with Battleship, with real ships, real explosions, cost, the event, it cost $150,000. I told you guys that all of the money that I get from content, ads, subs, anything this year, sponsors, all goes to content this year. I just wanted to do a net zero year. And so this is where some of the money went to, right? There's no fucking way I'm going to earn that much money from doing a stream like this. There's no way. There's no way. But I want to do it because I think it's fun. And I want to make good content. This is the thing that I dream up of, and I'm like, I want to do it. I just want to do it. I want to do a Battleship with real ships. It's been done before, but I want to do it live, and I want to do it with twists and turns, and even bigger than before. And it's like, because of the subs, the ad revenue, donos, and all the stuff that I do, it's like I'm now allowed to do stuff like this, you know? So, thank you. Obviously, we wanted to get a sponsor for this to, you know, because any sponsor money that we get offsets the money that you guys have given me, so then I can do more stuff with the money that you've given me. Like, just, it's literally like, chat, I'll just be so simple with this. So the more money I get, the more money I can spend on content. I'll be completely honest. At the end of this year, I'm basically broke. We're going to have like cash issues, because like I have all of these ideas that I want to do, and I keep wanting to do it. I just don't have enough money for my ideas, you know? Does that make sense? So, anyways, that's just to talk about like how much Battleship costed, and everything, you know? I'm not saying I deserve views or deserve subs. Not even close. I'm just saying that like, I'm just telling you where your money's going to. Like, I will be honest. Next year, I think about half of it will go directly to my bank account. But the other half will go to content. That's what I'm thinking of for next year. For this year, it was literally 100%. I'll be very transparent with it because I think it's important to be. But no worries if you're not. Anyways, so this is like this is the stuff that I'm doing. So it was $150,000. We had no sponsor, so it is $150,000 out of pocket. Totally out of pocket. And I'm super glad that I could do this because we were able to pay production, crew, set builders, location, all of that super easily and well. So yeah, that was like the beginning of Battleship. I actually oh no, mods, that's fine. That's funny. Have you ever thought of wire fraud? That's so funny. Yes. The answer was I thought about it and then said no, okay? No to wire fraud. Okay, I just want to make that very obvious. But, yeah. Is the next one sponsored? Oh, God. Okay. I don't want to say how much the next show is yet. I did leak it at the end of this show, what the next one is going to be. But as it stands right now, the next show is much, much bigger than the Battleship one. And we still don't have a sponsor. So if you are a company in my chat, let's talk, please. We got some good opportunities. So yeah, Machina Sky, thanks for the 6 months. Caitlin D, thanks for the 25. Mystic, thanks for the 6 months. Luro, thanks for the 1 year. Thank you. Brutus Lab with the 4 months. Steph, thanks for the 17. And Big Brain with the 8. Aesthetically Geeky, thanks for the tier 1. Thank you, guys. So anyways, I don't know exactly. Battleship was incepted. Actually, let me put it like this. I vlogged the entire thing. I don't know if it's gonna reach the light of day because I don't know how good it is, but I want to maybe like start a 4th channel or a 2nd channel, where I do like behind the scenes of like all the big events that I do because I'm doing more. It is too fun to not do more of, you know? I'll figure it out. Like, if we have cash issues, I'll fucking figure it out. I'll get you guys the content, because this is what I enjoy doing. So I was like, you know what? Maybe, like, I'll vlog the behind the scenes of it. And so I did all of it. So you'll probably see more of the stories and all that from there. But yeah. I don't know how many stories I have for Battleship, because I wasn't here, actually, for the majority of it. Seriously. I have such a cool team now where I have the production company, I have Abby, Nance, Adam, and a whole litany of other people. Where what happened was I had the idea and the overarching stuff. They worked out the details of it. And yeah, the Crow workers. They worked out the details of it. And then I showed up the day before, went the lowdown of the entire, because we storyboarded and everything on like how we wanted to do it. And I show up, we go over the storyboard, I help out, set up and everything, and then the next day we just do the production. The thing that I wanted, like when incepting the idea, the thing that I wanted to sell like the most, the thing that I wanted to do the most, no matter what, literally, no matter what happened, I was like, I do not want to plan Battleship. Like, I don't want to plan the game. I don't want it to be scripted. From the moment that we sit down to the end, I want it to be a real game of Battleship. So what you saw here was a real game of Battleship that we played. There was 1 or 2 bits that were planned, obviously, like, you know, having you guys choose the pyrotechnics and the abilities and stuff, but who would bring up the abilities and Twitch chat choosing and stuff, that also wasn't planned. It was just kind of like, go, you know? Were you blindfolded when you were setting it up? No, I wasn't blindfolded setting it up, but if you stand like right here and look out, it is so hard to see the actual setups. And the way this was actually functioned was these are 4 different quadrants that were put together on the water. So I would like see this quadrant and I'd have like no idea. Also, like, it's really easy to just turn off your brain and just be like, I'm just not going to memorize this. Like, I'm going to help out. I have more important things to think of. So yeah, I had no idea. Trey had no idea. And we just played a regular game. Yeah, the hats were like a last minute addition too. That like Abby found at like Walmart or whatever. But yeah, if you guys have any, I'll open up like a Q&A because I don't know how to start with Battleship. Actually, I genuinely haven't seen most of them. But if I'll get you in here, Abby, for some stories. But if you guys have any questions about Battleship itself, like I'd be happy to answer, because that was really fun. React to the VOD? No, the VOD's 2.5 hours long. I'm not reacting to the VOD. You know? More info about the duck. I actually genuinely did not know that the duck clip existed. Hi, Trey. Hello. I think you owe me some subs. I do owe you 5 subs. Hi. Yarg. Yarg, matey. Yeah, I actually didn't know about the duck clip until like after the stream was over. Where is it? Is it even here?
It's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter? Where on Twitter?
Twitter run by me.
Oh, you posted on my Twitter. Oh, yeah.
Duck cam.
Thank you. It was just a duck. She just.
It's
I was in the
nonsensical
production
things.
team.
Literally
and I
nonsensical
was like,
things.
there's a duck on that camera.
No, your Twitter
switch
is
to
pretty
duck.
fire,
And then they switched
Thank
to
you.
the duck.
Thank you.
I
I've
liked
worked
it.
very
Duck
hard on
cam.
it. Probably
I
too
never
hard.
like your posts, but
Thank you. I'm so glad that you support my
No,
posts on Twitter.
no.
I like your posts.
Really?
Honestly,
Yes.
probably
Do you?
I
labor
do.
because our
Most
production team worked for weeks to build out these grids. And it was a lot. I'm sure it was a lot of work. We were out there for only like a part of it. It was really fun. Wait, can you go back to the picture of the grid? So I can tell them about my.
This one.
So as Eric was saying, it's a big. It doesn't look very big on the like video, but it's huge. Those grids are really, really large. And to get them to look like that, it's like 4 separate parts. So like each of the quarters is split. And I don't know if we have a picture of anyone standing next to them, the boats, but they're huge. And they're made of wood. They're like heavy. They needed a crane to like put them into the water. And then once they were in the water, I have to do something dangerous during every Eric show. Otherwise, it's not an Eric show. Legal reasons.
For legal reasons, I tell her. I actually it's not even legal reasons. It's true. I tell her every time not to do something, and then she does it.
Whatever.
So it is her taking her own safety.
Yeah, I'm collecting OSHA violations.
Oh my god.
So those grids.
I do not approve.
The grids are pipe, and then they have pool noodle, basically, like pool noodles around the outsides of them that are painted, and so that's how it floats. So it's on like flotation basically, and then they're connected with zip ties. So once we had all the grids in the water, I and me and a couple of other people on production and on the team for the site all hopped in the water while it was loaded with explosives, because between each of the crosses is an explosive. They're not live. It's not actually that dangerous. Like they're not. There's no way to detonate them until until pyro like gets in there.
Like each one of these is an explosive.
Yeah.
You can see in the middle right here.
Yeah, and there's no way to detonate. Like there's no charge to detonate any of them, so it wasn't like actually dangerous. But I was swimming in between and connecting all the grids with zip ties. It was really fun. It was really, really fun. Not PVC. Like it's like actual like light pipe, and then it was really fun. And I had a good time. I was out there with the canoe at first, but then I just gave up and jumped in. Oh yeah, it's fresh water, but it's a little boggy in there, and it was.
It's like standstill water.
It was cold, but it was awesome. Production pyro done stuff like this. Yeah, sort of. They were all like really excited to do stuff, but they're really cool. Our guys are really great.
Yeah, the final explosion. There's a
clip on the
clip on the clips channel. This one.
This was insane.
No, okay, so this was ridiculous. Well, first off, there's like a highway right here, right? We were like, I was like, if there's an accident that happens because of this,
looking at
I'd be like, I would feel so bad. Content, but I would feel so bad. I mean, we already had fires. You can see one right here.
They were small.
Oh yeah, right here too, right here and here and here. They were pretty small fires that we put out. But it like it was all safe. We had fire extinguishers and everything on set, and buckets, a lot of buckets.
We had the fire marshal and the fire department was aware that we were doing, like, we're not just like blowing shit up without like the right stuff. Like, everyone was like, oh my god, fire! Like, where are the professionals? Like they're over, like, if you're looking at this screen, like they're over here. Like we're all over here. It was all good. Like,
so
it was fine.
we got like we call up the fire marshal. We're like, is it okay if we do this? And they were like, yeah, it's fine.
They were excited. Fire marshal was actually
they wanted to see it. But this was extremely loud, and then all of the smoke. I'll play it in a second, but all of the smoke actually went towards the production trucks. So like Trey and I make it to the end, to the production trucks, before we like switch over to the pre-recorded part at the very end where we explode. Spoilers, but like we do that, and it's just like it was crazy. But
the property we were doing it on is private property, and it's outside the city. Like there's no city around this. Like it's just basically like a lot of open space because we were out in Georgia.
Oh my god! Speaking of Georgia, there was a cotton field just like right next to the. Anyways, let's continue.
There was like a lot of like fields and like just grass everywhere and stuff like that, which is why like the fire marshal was aware. But like the city, like people were hearing about it in the city because it's a small area. Like it's not close. Like there's nothing like around there. So a lot of people knew about it actually, which was cool. But it was very safe. And nobody on the highway could stop. Like it wasn't like open to the public, but I'm sure a lot of people were like
what the fuck
who's setting off fireworks? Like us.
Yeah. So here's the clip.
So cool.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Look at that.
It's so sick.
Just look how many explosions.
It looks so cool from this angle.
Jesus.
It just kept going. Like it just didn't stop.
Like this went on for like I think longer than they.
God bless America, indeed. That's what it felt like. I was like, America, blowing shit up.
Oh, it was so cool. But yeah, you can see like all of the you can see like all of the. Stop! I don't want to know that you're in the Mr. Beast video, Ludwig. Okay, sorry.
Go back to before the explosions happened.
Well, you can see here that like
it started blowing immediately.
So the production truck's like right over here, like Trey and I are like right here, and it's like starts blowing right towards us.
Go do a little bit before the explosion. You can see like kind of what the setup was, but facing the other side. Yeah, like that side.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so
you
you
can
can
see
see,
right here.
so there's water. That like set of land that they're on is technically like an island. Like it's surrounded by water. So like people were worried about like the fires like spreading. Like it can only spread so far because it's surrounded by water. So like we were aware of that. We were being safe about it. And then production and stuff you can see is on the other side. So that's where I was and where, you know, Trey and Adam came over afterwards and stuff like that. So it was like separated by yeah, it could jump, but it would have to jump a pretty far distance. Like it was that wasn't gonna happen.
It wasn't like a
And again, like we were putting those out as they were coming up so that it wouldn't happen.
But it was like this is like the size of me, and this is the explosion.
How did we get everything there? You're gonna have to watch the vlog for that. It was very
Jesus.
interesting.
Yeah, I
We were taking a lot of trips.
I can't wait to show you guys.
I swam it. It was fine.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta do that soon too.
The vlog?
Upload the footage to
Yeah.
the vlog. So I can't stream for too much longer. But
how long did it take to plan it? Months.
Oh, we incepted the idea to do this in February. And so yeah, we actually have like a couple of ideas that are we actually don't have enough money. It comes back to that. Like we were gonna do like another idea this year. It was I can't tell you on stream.
No, you can't.
But you know, like the other big
Yeah.
one. Like we couldn't do that this year because we didn't have enough money to do it this year. So it's like we saved it for next year if I have enough.
The rate limiting factors are always time and money. Like there's only so much that like Adam and I can plan while also doing like smaller stuff for you guys and like doing the big thing that Eric announced at the end of the stream already. And like that was like one of the big things that also has been in like project limbo for like a half of a year.
The music was custom made.
Yeah.
The logos were custom made. It was
The
all
logos were
in-house.
so cool.
Yeah. There was also
Yeah, ask questions, we'll answer them.
Yeah.
If we can.
There's the thing at the very end of the stream that we like announced is, and I'll say it because I already said it, is PointCrow Party. So we're making Mario Party in real life.
It's not Mario Party.
Well,
like
a game similar to that of the Mario Party genre.
Game.
A party style game that we're doing. And it's in like a 50,000 square foot warehouse. That's like all filled.
We can't say the guests yet for lots of reasons.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that.
But it's gonna be really sick. We actually had a meeting about it today.
That's genuine tea.
We had a meeting about it today, and Adam and I were just like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be so good." Somebody asked who made the logo. Vordy made the logo, and you probably don't recognize Vordy's name, but Vordy also made Cutie, the design on Cutie's cookie truck that was at TwitchCon.
Oh, really?
And Vordy makes a lot of streamer stuff. If you've seen some cool like logos, you've probably seen Vordy's stuff multiple times.
The toothpaste and elephant on the side was a cool Easter egg.
Adam and I decorated that room. I want, if you guys go back through the VOD, you can find some like cool Easter eggs in there.
There's some like things that you guys don't even know that we like Easter egged. Which I won't say what it was.
Basically went
There
straight
were some
from
leaks though.
They basically went from TwitchCon, had like a couple days, and then went to Georgia. What is Trey responding to when he tells about the Twitch?
The Twitch Prime talking about money.
They're giving you a Prime plug.
Oh no,
Guys, use a Twitch Prime so we can blow up
just
more
Prime
shit.
Tomorrow, you know?
So we can blow up even more shit.
Oh my god. But yeah. Still can't believe E10 missed. Oh, Najee, we were talking, like Trey and I were talking about that. We were like beforehand. We were literally like, okay, if we have to like we were like, okay, who do we call? And it was like either you call Sam or Nandre. And I was like, oh, I was thinking maybe calling like Nandre. And then if we do another bit where you call somebody, then you call Sam. And we both agreed. Like we came to a mutual agreement of like, just don't choose E10 because we're like 99% sure that Nandre's going to say E10. Like we were like certain of it. And you did, so it worked out really well.
It was really fun, and our production team was really. They do a really good job. They did the streamer awards as well. They're doing PointCrow Party, like they're
Dollhouse. They're also
they do
doing
Jeremy's Dollhouse.
They're doing Ludwig's chess boxing.
Chess
as well.
boxing. Yeah, it's gonna. They're like the best there is. Shout out those guys.
Yeah.
Wish I could have been in the credits with them.
Which,
Shout out
hey,
Bordy for forgetting me in the credits.
Disguised Toast came out with a video of him boxing. I've seen it. I've also seen the sparring between Toast and Box. I am not going to release any of my footage until the fight.
Gotta be secret.
Gotta be secret about it.
We were actually, so Dan Man Wheeler, we were actually talking about that at dinner afterwards.
Talking
we were
about what?
IRL operation. We were talking about the
Oh
logistics for how that would work.
there were like 3 separate people that like after the stream came up to me like and were like, okay, what if you do like a huge like operation where you take cranes and everything? And I was like, no. You're thinking too small. What if we do operation but with real people?
I said, that's unethical.
It's a banger idea. You know, I think like we get streamers. Like imagine XQC doing spinal surgery. Like that would be such a good stream though.
It wouldn't. People would die.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. Chat, would you or would you not watch that?
I would, because I would be scared.
Yeah, there you go. But you'd still watch it though. That's important.
Yeah.
See, they all would.
I'd let XQC do spinal surgery on me. Go outside. I'm begging you to leave the house.
Oh my god.
Kinda TOS. I don't think it's kind of. I'll be honest with you. Not kind of.
What if we do the trolley problem?
Trolley problem?
But like in real life.
I'm gonna volunteer to be the one. Any fives? Anybody
Anyone want to be part of the 5?
Guys, we're recruiting for a new video.
PointCrow does surgery, but all the instructions have gone through Google Translate.
You can't.
Yes.
No, you can't.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
This is what
That is such a good idea. I did surgery, but every instruction was translated 50 times.
No.
Oh my god, how do I do that? That's
no,
such a good idea.
Eric.
No. Can we figure out a way for me to do that?
No.
Okay.
Not ethical.
We'll figure it out later, guys. Don't worry. All right.
This is every day of my life is like this now. Eric being like, "Can I do this?" And I'm like, "No, that's unethical." No.
The Stanford prison experiment.
No.
with real prisons.
No one's ever finished it. It's like, yeah, obviously.
Well, yeah. If no one's ever finished it, we could be the first.
Guys, we're recruiting for a new video. If you guys live in the Los Angeles area.
What if we commit war crimes? Anyways, so yeah, there's more of the behind the scenes with Battleship in the vlog that will be released in like 3 weeks, I think, because we still have to. I want to edit the video first, the main video, and then come out with the behind the scenes after the video, you know. So we'll see how that works and all. But we're getting it edited right now.
Very fun.
Yeah.
It was a very, very fun shoot. Yeah, I was out there early with Adam and Nance, and we had the jolliest of times. We had a good time before Eric got there, and then it was not as fun. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a nice long weekend. I'm excited. It has me excited for other projects.
Yeah.
That we're doing this year and next year too.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Go team. Awesome.
Go team.
Go team.
You love the hats? That's crazy.
Oh wait, do you want to tell about the pirate hat on the plane?
Oh yeah, sure. So, are we still gonna auction them or no? Are we still doing that?
I think we will auction these.
We were thinking about auctioning the hats off because we don't. I mean, I don't want it.
It seems like if you guys want the hat,
maybe that'll be something that we include in the vlog because I don't have the capacity to do it right now. But so not spooky.
What's up, YouTube? Today I put 20 Twitch streamers in a psychological experiment conducted in the summer of 1971. It was a 2-week simulation of prison environment that examined the effects of situational variables on participants' reactions and behaviors. You'll never believe what happened next.
Cops called. Banned off
Don't
Twitch.
forget to absolutely dab on that subscription button too before we get right into the war crimes.
Press the subscribe button to shock participants.
I mean, that's an idea we could do.
This VOD is gonna get taken down. Seriously. No, the airplane story is simply that we had to take these home. We like returned a lot of the stuff that we used for the set because we all flew. Like, drive any of it. We were gonna got this bad boy and this bad boy, and we ended up taking them back on the plane, but it wouldn't fit in my carry-on. So I simply wore the pirate hat the entire way home, and we had a layover and everything. Like, we were all just wearing it, and I think my favorite part of the whole trip was when we got off the plane, like finally almost home, and Adam and I walk off the like jet, what is it called, the jet bridge or whatever, out of the gate, there's like a shit ton of people around because it's like it's California, and Adam and I just see the rest of the group, and we just go, "What's up, land hoes?" And then we went and got our bags. Oh, and then when the Uber came to pick us up, I told the Uber that I was wearing a pirate hat, and that's how they found us.
That's true. That's true.
I like didn't even. I was like, I'm in a pirate hat on the curb, and he was like, got it, and then picked us up.
Like, we literally, like, couldn't. Trey, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Why did you give me 5
don't you owe
gifted?
him money?
I know, I owe you the 5 gifted.
Yeah.
Now you owe me 10 subs. Oh, shut the fuck up.
But yeah, the Uber driver was able to find us. But I think we might auction these. Stay tuned for the vlog, I suppose.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If you want a hat that I wore, neither of us have lice, but Eric did just have COVID. It's like having a booster. Oh.
There you go.
Now I have to disinfect it.
All right. If you don't, it's okay. Hey, there you go. If you want some genuine PointCrow DNA, it's on the hat now.
We should have saved your positive COVID test.
I have it still.
That's like.
I still have my positive
number
COVID
one,
test.
that's disgusting. Number two, that we should sell those. The value is skyrocketing.
There you go. Right.
Buy low, sell
Limited
high.
edition. It's a 1 of 1.
This is like the equivalent of gamer girl bathwater is Eric's fucking positive COVID test.
Nice. Hell yeah. There's only 1. Oh, there's 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more than one.
Anyways.
Biohazard material, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, anyways. That's the Battleship stuff.
It was fun.
Yeah. Hell
Mind
yeah.
the vlog. I'm in so much of the vlog. You guys need to watch the vlogs, because then I can be in more. Like, you're too lame to be in the content. But then I'm the coolest person
I never
here.
said that at all.
But then I'm the coolest person
I literally
here.
never said that.
Hey! They're here.
They're here.
Doug works for me now.
He works for you?
Yeah, he works for me. He was supposed to get me coffee this morning, but then his dog fell into a well and got COVID or something, and his ladder broke. You weren't there.
Yeah, wait, so his dog... Sorry, his dog was bitten by COVID?
Yeah, got bitten by COVID and fell into a well, and then also bladder broke, and that's why he didn't get me coffee. So I rehired him, so now he works for me.
Okay.
So by proxy, I guess he also works for you, but he works for me mostly.
So wait, so so Nance and
for
Doug.
Abby, high boss reporting for duty.
Jesus Christ.
Doug, I can't wait to meet you. It's gonna be so fun. Our work is gonna be so much better.
I don't think they know about that.
What? Know about what?
No,
that he
nothing.
works for me?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Anyways, reporting for duty. Am I right? How's it going? Oh, he told you guys? Wait, did he tell it? Wait, chat, did he tell you?
He said he works for me.
Oh, yeah, he told, that he works for you. Yeah.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Are you gonna play Pokemon today?
Oh, I was going to, I think. Maybe.
It's like 4 p.m.
Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'm unsure. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, guys? I did Battleship with real ships, and we were going over the behind the scenes of it. I mean, just look at literally look at this.
I like the part where it explodes.
This was 2 days ago.
This was not yesterday.
This is 2 days ago. So, down with the crew, down with the ship. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He told us about the other thing. What was the other thing? You can't, I think they're baiting me on this.
I liked the part where this was on the front page of Twitch, next to an ad for the U.S. Marines.
Dude, okay, no, okay. So you did not talk about the other thing?
They tried to bait you.
Yeah, I know they were trying to bait me. That's funny. No, so literally, like, I'm on the front, like, we're on front page of Twitch. We requested 2 hours. They gave us 1, which is like whatever. Thanks, Twitch. Because rather than give us 2 hours, they gave us 1 hour, and then the other hour that we were supposed to have, they gave it to a Marines ad.
Just an ad for the U.S. Marines.
Literally, an ad for the U.S. Marines. I was like, are you kidding?
This isn't us hating on the Marines. It's just like, what a coincidence
What a
to have
coincidence.
this stream on the fucking Marines ad.
It was just hilarious.
Anyway.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's kind of that.
Anyway, Doug works for me now. My company. I'm the CEO now.
This is such a cool shot. I'm like right there, just like in the
Well,
in the
not
middle.
at this point, you were.
No. I was
there.
I was not there in the middle, and everything. But that was crazy.
Your task is to follow the stream.
Oh yeah, if you enjoy, hey, if you're coming from Doug Goog's stream, you're not following him. I don't know why I say that. You are if you are.
If you work for Doug, you work for me. So you work for me now.
So go follow Doug if you're part of my stream.
If you don't follow and watch the stream, then I don't get paid as much, and then I can't get Doug to bring me coffee or something. Well,
Figure it out.
You'll
Yeah,
figure it
and if you like my stream, feel free to follow.
Also, Doug said your merch is too warm.
It is really warm.
It is really warm.
It is really warm.
I wore it all weekend. When it was 30 degrees.
It's funny. He was wearing my merch. I'm wearing Connor's merch, and Abby's wearing Jarvis merch. What are we but just wearing everyone else's merch?
Does Doug have? Can I have Doug's merch?
Doug, what's your merch? Can I wear it?
Can I make Doug's merch?
I mean, he had the Pepper plushie, which I missed. I didn't get
You're
one.
such a fake fan.
Do you not see it?
What?
Is there Doug merch?
Is there newer Doug? I knew about the plush too.
He wants to do a Doug toilet. Okay, yeah,
Are we
send me the
getting a
trailer. Send me
trailer?
if you send me right now, I'll play it on stream.
If that's okay. If it's not out
If
yet, you
if it's out, then I'll play it on stream. Let me know if I can.
Is it olive oil? That would be so sick though.
Oh, dude, Doug. Wait, actually, like, genuinely, the promo would actually be great. Okay, sick.
Are we about to?
Can
I be your react, Andy?
Jesus.
What the fuck is
No, don't. No. I already watched this entire thing. I kid you not. I watched this entire Zorbies ad. I did. I watched the entire thing
Play it.
in your recent video.
Play it. I want to watch it
Oh
again.
my god.
And want to clean like the pros? Then
I
you
hate when
gotta
that
see
happens.
this. Hi, Billy Mays here
Billy
with
Mays
Sorbies,
here.
the most absorbent material I've ever used. It has the
He's
strength
so good at what he
and the
does.
muscle
I miss
to
him.
pick up and hold.
literally-
It's
over 20
Sorbent
ounces of
time!
No,
liquid.
he literally
Look
like
at this.
included the
Sorbies
entire
attracts
Zorbies
liquid
ad
like
in
a
his recent
magnet.
video.
It doesn't matter if it's
Literally,
coffee, soda,
uncut.
even red wine.
Can it
Watch
suck up
as
my
its
tears?
Powerful vacuum action
Yes.
pulls and cleans the stain from out of the
I think-
carpet.
God, it
just
draws that
quick.
liquid
the
out.
secret's in the
Imagine a
X27
Doug
fiber
olive
technology,
oil, though.
making Zorbies
I'm gonna
over
need this
27
after
times more
I hang out with your
absorbent
mom
than
tonight.
cotton.
Got it.
Forget towels that just drip, and unlike sponges that smell,
God, how did he
Zorbies is
spill milk
over-free.
all over that
That leaves
table?
the
Why did he
best
do that?
of clean. Now you can clean and dry and never leave anything.
We're watching the
Never
entire
leave
thing.
anything
We're
behind.
committing.
At
We're
just how
committing.
much they
God, that's
absorb.
so much
and
liquid.
they're machine washable.
Thank
Dry
God
your
they're
entire
machine-
car, even
Yeah,
your
it's
dog.
perfect for
Use any
animals.
Perfect for
cleaner
your
for
dog.
streak-free
Oh my God, we
windows.
could use it on
An average family
Tortellini.
uses up to 2 rolls of paper towels
Suck
every
up
week.
all the
That's
water
And we
in
can
the
suck up
tank.
all of the water in the tank.
Save money and even help save the environment. You get
God
2
bless
jumbo
you. Save
Zorbies
cash in the
plus
trash,
3 extra
everybody.
large for only $14.99.
$14.99.
But call
Right, is he gonna
now,
double it?
and I'll send you another.
Let's
$5
go!
absolutely
He
free.
doubled
That's
it!
Actually,
10
more.
Zorbies
Yeah,
for
that's
Damn.
a lot of free
$14.99.
pieces.
Holy
And
shit.
as a special bonus, we'll also include our Micromen
The
Micromen.
Micromen microfiber
Free.
That's what they
duster.
call
It's
you,
great
huh?
for
Holy
blinds,
shit, for all
plants,
surfaces,
glass, and
everyone.
more. And
Micromen?
attracts dust like a magnet.
Yeah, I've been with a few of
That's
those.
a $60 value, all for only $14.99. And here's
Damn.
the best part.
I
We'll
totally
send you
am.
a set of Zorbies
What a
free
deal.
whenever you need them for life. Just pay shipping and processing.
For life.
But you gotta call
God,
now.
he can't say that.
No, you
huh?
guys, you need to call right now.
Do you think he's got them up until he died?
No.
What?
Maybe no. Maybe he was like. Maybe they lowered his casket with.
I'm gonna go to that place. Where is that? Can you look at the address again?
And dry and
That's it. All right, guys.
We're
Our
going
next...
to Lebanon, guys. Field trip to Lebanon.
Guys, our next PointCrow Doug meetup is gonna be in at 6960 Eastgate Boulevard in
Dude,
Lebanon,
there's
Tennessee.
no way. There's no way that's
What is that?
6960
What do you think is there?
in Lebanon.
What do you think? It's not in Lebanon.
It's in
you
Lebanon.
fucking idiot.
It literally says Lebanon, Tennessee, but like still, it's Lebanon.
Where? What do you think is there?
A lot of war. There's a lot of war.
Can we go there? I'm putting that address and see what it is.
Imagine, wait, a field trip to Lebanon, Texas,
Field trip.
Tennessee. Sorry. How many Lebanons are in the U.S.?
State.
Beautiful. Lebanon D's nuts. You got. Okay, give me a reason why I shouldn't ban for the terrible D's nuts joke. Give me one
Because
reason.
you make them all the time.
All right, you know what? Fair. You've been saved. You've been saved.
It's right next to the Dell computer building.
No shot. So we can go to
Dell, will you
we can
sponsor?
get Zorbies and Dell computers. Absolutely beautiful.
They're right next to Tracer Electronics. You know what they say?
What do they say?
I'm already Tracer. also next to a Taco Bell.
Whoa, Taco Bell, no shot.
Where is this? There is nothing near there. Oh, my phone died.
Nice.
It was so good that it died.
It was so good that it died. All right, I think I'm actually gonna head out then, because we've covered all of Battleship and TwitchCon, and it's been about 2 hours more than I thought for all of these stories.
Are you gonna play Pokemon, or are you just
No,
gonna
I think I'll
be
play it
done?
tomorrow. Chat, do you guys want to play Pokemon tomorrow? Put a 1 in chat just to do it.
Pokemon Wednesdays.
There you go.
Happy Wednesday.
There we go.
Who's Pokemon? That's what I always
Who
say.
is Pokemon? Yeah, so I'm gonna do Pokemon, but it's pay to win. We've made it a pay to win
Just like
mobile
my life.
game where you have to pay to heal your Pokemon, you have to pay to level up, you and everything else. Yeah. Wait, tomorrow's Wednesday? Oh, what the fuck? All right, well, I guess I'm streaming on YouTube tomorrow.
No.
All right. I love YouTube streams. They're fun. All right. Well, I'll be streaming on YouTube tomorrow. Because I stream on YouTube on Wednesdays. So, all right.